You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and your favourite podcasts.
Are you ready? I'm saying, are you ready? Watch us on YouTube.
Listen on your favourite podcast platform
Or ask your smart speaker
to play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Right, Chris.
All right. How the devil are you? You know those days when you start and you think, I know exactly what I'm doing here. And then you're not. And then you make a complete and utter cock up of trying to make the start of the show. And I'm here. I suddenly realised I was there. I thought, yeah, I'm fine. I'm ready to go. Everything's in place except my brain. There's one or two things that I have forgotten to do. But hey, look, if it's only one or two, then I'm getting better. Good evening, good afternoon, good evening, good day, goodbye, good morning, hello, wherever you are. I hope you are well. This is the Watchalong for QPR versus Leicester City. And by all accounts, well, I don't know. I mean, the biggest win in this division is 8-0, and that's home and away. I have a feeling that tonight's going to be a good night. Let's see if Brad agrees with me. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, good afternoon, good day, and hello. That's how you do a copycat of Chris. How are you doing, mate? I think you could be right, though. I'm hoping you are, anyway.
I'm all right. Talk to me for a second about could we break the record while I just update one or two things?
It's very possible. QPR are probably one of the worst sides at the moment in form and in shipping goals. The only one that's doing any worse than them is Bardi's favourite team, Sheffield Wednesday. So there's always a good chance. And I could be wrong here, but I think the last time we played them, it was on the final day of the Great Escape and we won 5-1. So you look at that side compared to this side and you'd argue, all right, maybe a Cambiasso aside, it's a lot stronger side. And I mean, we've not lost at away from home. We've not drawn home or away, but we can use that as well. There's every reason we can do this. But we've got to be careful because obviously Sunderland gave us a very good game at the midweek, a very good contest. We came out of that unscathed. And I know I think Kate, although she didn't use the right words maybe to describe it, but it would be typical Leicester for them to play a QPR. They're finally expecting to win and win big. And apparently Kate's going to give you a helping hand if you're lucky enough. I don't know.
She will give you one. And I'm actually coming live from Kate's bedroom as we speak, but she doesn't know it. I can see that she's in the green room, so she can hear everything I say. So let's give her her own special introduction. Let us bring in Kate.
Where you're going, your father will never find you.
The likeness is uncanny.
I thought so.
Sorry, there's a big truck going past me.
That's all right. How are you, Mrs. Cottage?
There we go. He's gone now.
Yeah. I'm so glad that you found the time in between playing Find the Sausage to to turn up to the match. You
I
got
know,
there-
me too. I need to. It was becoming a problem, but I managed to tear myself away.
Well, I tell you, so can I just say, between you and Dave, did I feel like the gooseberry on Monday night?
Ah, the gooseberry between the two sausages.
Well, there's also sprout between the two sausages.
It was so silly, so silly.
If nobody has seen it, you've no idea what we're talking about. But there is a clip show. There is a clip show that I have put out under clips where when live vlogs go horribly wrong. So you can catch that up with us. I think. Has anybody seen? Let's bring the team up. 'Cause I don't know if anybody's seen the team yet.
Yeah, I've just seen it. Yep.
There we go.
So Cody and Chowdhury, isn't it? And Vardy back in.
Yes. Did Vardy start the last game?
No, he came on.
Yeah.
Nacho started.
I think Vardy we were going to expect. Vestergaard and Cody together. Thoughts, Kate?
I hope that they're not super fast up front. But I thought Fast was probably one of our weaker players in the week, although I thought everybody played really well. So I can understand maybe giving Cody a go. I think it's about time that he started and we got 90 minutes in him, really.
And Chowdhury?
Chowdhury, I presume, is it Pereira that he's come in for, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was quite shocked. I thought he might come in for JJ. So I'm quite surprised about it. It's quite a defensive move, isn't it? Because he's more defensive than Pereira, which is interesting. But we have got a really attacking five or so players otherwise, haven't we? So, I mean, Hamza's okay. He's not brilliant on the ball, but he'll get stuck in for sure and be committed with everything. So there's obviously a reason behind it. I hope it's not injury related. Is Pereira on the bench? I haven't really seen the bench.
The bench is, let me just tell you, I should have gone to Specsavers. The bench is Stolchek, Ricardo, Faze, Sutar, Albrighton, McAteer, Marchal is back on the bench, good to see, Iheanacho and Brad's favourite Daka. I mean...
Yeah, no Alves either. No Alves on the bench, which was rumoured to be a case, wasn't it? So
it might be a game too soon, but let's not push these players. Quite a few defenders on the bench there. Point I want to raise with you, apart from the sausages, Kate, is you weren't sure whether Winks or Dewsbury Hall would actually start this game because of one card away from a booking. We've got Leeds next, who are currently, as we speak, thumping Huddersfield. Are you surprised to see them both starting?
I was just discussing that on the way here, actually. I think Enzo's one of those people who he'll just play who he wants to play regardless. If they're available, they're in. So I think that's what's happened today. I don't think he'll let potential bookings deviate from his plan. I think that's what's happened. He seems a guy very hell-bent on, that's my plan, that's my structure, they're available, so they're in. And that's probably what's happened today, maybe.
I'm going to ask you for a prediction.
I'm going 3-1 to Leicester.
Ooh.
Again.
You think they're going to score a goal?
I do think they're going to score a goal, yeah.
Brad, you and me, you pinched my score and went 5-0.
Oh, wow.
Only because you're so bad at the prediction league that I had to change it. So I've actually gone 6-0. Because I know every game, every week, we say somebody's going to get a thumping, and it hasn't happened yet. And I think if anybody's going to get a thumping, this could be the game. I think we could see... We're known for getting opposition managers sacked. I think we could see another one, Brad.
Yeah, we might do. I mean, literally, QPR 23rd, Sheffield Wednesday 24th. They're literally the two peas in a pod for all the wrong reasons. And you'd feel that, given our away record as well, that it's a good chance of happening. Nice to see that Kate's got a sensible head on. I mean, after all the sausage talk, she's managed to come down to earth and predict sensibly. But it's going to happen to one of these teams the way we play. I mean, I found what was interesting is watching the Sunderland game and listening to Enzo at the end and seeing this lineup. he said that they actually played a different way a little bit against Sunderland because he felt they had to with how Sunderland were going to go at them. And you just wonder if Chowdhury coming in for Ricardo is they sense a threat down that side, so they want someone a little bit less adventurous, someone who's going to hold back a little bit, concentrate more on his defensive duty instead of overlapping, because they maybe sense if they're going to threaten us anywhere, the main side's going to be the right. So the side's interesting. Hopefully it concurs and he looks like a genius and we do win 5-0, Chris. We don't need more than 5-0, blow the whistle. That's my saying. Or get to 60 minutes at 0 and we know we're not conceding if you love your stats.
Yes. Kate, I've just put it up there. I mean, 5 years ago, it was yesterday. We know the Sunderland match was our home match near that. But I think there might be a minute silence or applause today. I don't know. There was certainly, I'm sure, on the 65th minute. We owe that man so much, don't we?
Oh yeah, we never forget that, do we? I think even on the anniversary, not just on the anniversary, but all the time. Whenever we see Top, you can't help but think of his dad. We sing the chant, the Vishai chant, at every match. So yeah, we miss him loads. It would be very different. Our lives would be very different footballing wise without Vishai, and the city would be different as well. So it's so important to carry his legacy, and really lovely to hear some of the kind words that Enzo said as well. Because even though he never met the guy, he has fully understood the impact he's had on our community and the players, and understands the important part it still plays today, really.
I mean, the funny, not funny, but, funny as in coincidence, is that he was assistant manager at West Ham that for that game.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he? Which is, quite uncanny. And yeah, I bet you wouldn't have thought that 5 years ago that it'd be here managing. So it's just how football is quite a small world at times, isn't it? Yes. So he would have been impacted. He was there that night. He probably met Vishai at the time. Just a really sad. It never gets any less sad, does it? And less surreal that it happened, and less horrific. Really, it's just super tragic. And they are always in our hearts.
And this is something that Craig said yesterday on the preview. Certainly from the majority of fans, as critical as we were last season of the way Top was doing things, from the sensible fans was never ever a call for him to actually go.
No, not at all. And I still stand by that. I would never call for Top to go, because he's the owner, so Top decide when Top wants to go. He's a young man. He's mid-30s. He's not even married yet. I saw that he popped the question this week, which is exciting, and congratulations to him.
Yeah,
he's a young man learning his craft. He was passed down an amazing legacy unexpectedly early. I'm sure he learned a lot of the things off his dad, but it was too early for him to take it on, and he's had to deal with grief, deal with the business, and deal with the football. And he's done a stellar job. But you will make mistakes along the way, and we just have to accept that, like anybody really in any job.
We make mistakes, and I've got to be honest with you, I stand by my criticism last season. Like I say, it was not just him, it was including, Susan Whelan and John Rudkin and the rest. But it's how you react to when you make mistakes. Yes, he made mistakes. He actually came out and owned it.
Yeah.
But I think he pretty much put it right this season.
Yeah, absolutely. I say that to my colleagues at work sometimes as well. It's not about the mistakes that you make, because no one is infallible. Everybody in life will make mistakes. Some are really small and insignificant, and some are massive and will cost you. But it's how you react afterwards. As long as you own up, you're honest, you deal with it, and learn from it is the most important thing. And I think a lot of football owners out there don't learn from it, do they? They keep making the same mistakes, sacking managers early, appointing the wrong people, paying too much money. I like to think that Top has learnt from his mistakes, and he was quite shrewd in how he went about the recruitment for a new manager. He's picked a less obvious candidate. I'm sure there were more obvious experienced candidates out there, but he's gone for a punt, and it seems to be the right thing, and he seems to have the right kind of ethos that we need for the club, really.
Yeah. I'm going to ask one more question, then I'll let you go. You're saying there about learning from your mistakes. You could say one of the mistakes was that we were chasing for that top 6 position, or to be in there. Was that maybe a step too far? I mean, Leeds tried to do it. They didn't. They came out of it obviously a hell of a lot worse than we did. Do you think this time we'll learn and let's say goes for, I don't know, a top 10, and anything added on top of that is going to be a bonus? Or do you think we'll do the same and try and get in that, break that top 6 monopoly again?
I think we'll just erase any expectations of that. We'll just do our best and see where that ends up. I think that's what it'll be, a much more measured approach. Brendan was our rock and roll superstar manager hire, which was perfectly the right thing to do at the time. But you learn from that, and with that comes a certain personality and maybe arrogance we saw with Brendan in hiring that type of manager. So we'll learn from it, and I don't think we'll get ahead of ourselves, which we maybe did the last couple of years and thought we were entitled to stay up. And you're not entitled unless you get the same amount of points as, or more points than 18th, 19th and 20th. So exactly. I think we'll just learn and be more measured. But yeah, I do need to go because I need to walk to the ground. So
the voice of reason, as always, Kate. Have a hot dog for me.
Pussy son.
We'll speak to you after the cool down whistle. Enjoy.
All right, enjoy, guys. All right, see you later. Bye.
Bye. Sat there patiently, Brad, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much. We only have so long. She has got to get to the game. And I've got to say thank you to her other half for letting her talk to us every week. Did you take that point about, did we try and chase the dream too much?
I think you talk about blame and where things went wrong. I kind of agree with Kate in the sense that I think Brendan's ego said to the chairman, because we had a great time. We won the league, we got in the Champions League, and then naturally a collective, the fans and even the players think of themselves as, oh, we can do this again and again. We can achieve this. There's no reason why can't we go back to back? And you ride that momentum. And I think we had a manager who, whether we agreed with it or not, he felt that he was the right man that could bring in the right players and keep these players working together to keep achieving that and sustaining that ability. And for a while, we managed that. Whether it was a great start, when you could say, oh, well, yeah, great start, but then we fell away and all that. Yeah, we did and all that. But I don't think... I think we were kind of the makers of our own downfall in that aspect, and Brendan got arrogant with his favourites. So any new player that came in, it didn't feel like he was that interested in integrating them into that team. And he's complete contrast to Enzo. Anybody and everybody. Certain your favourite Vestergaard didn't think he could get a ball for us again. Hasn't missed a game this season, I believe, unless maybe unless he missed one game.
He missed one when he was banned, didn't he?
Yeah. So he missed one, but I'm just thinking, wow. I mean, totally contrasting managers, and I think, assuming if we do get promotion back to the Premier League, which is looking very likely at this early stage, but we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. I think we'll see a different approach in a manner. I think the way it's all fallen apart, if you will, because it's fallen apart when you drop out the division. Your dreams and expectation have fallen apart in that sense of what we were expecting. I think Leicester fans got in such a comfort that they were expecting 5, 6, 7, 8 years and a consistency of Europe, which is something that only a Newcastle can do. And the reason I point them out is because they're obviously multi-billionaires now in that sense, and they're able to keep fueling that squad. We felt the financial pinch last season, Chris. One of the biggest reasons we ended up struggling so badly last season and inevitably relegated was because of that financial pinch. Well, we just couldn't keep financially funding the chase for Europe. And I think if we are to come up this season, I think we start that process again. I think we'll, 14th, 13th, 12th, top 10. O'Neill days sort of position-wise, if you want to, off that. I think that's the joy we'll experience.
Talking about coming back up, are we going to get another 3 points towards that today with that team?
Yeah, honestly, there's not a lineup, apart from going absolutely back crazy and putting things like ridiculous things like Justin in goal and Hamadson up front. There's not a lineup of that group of players that I don't think Enzo could get them mentally prepared to the point that I think they could win every game. I don't think it matters if it's Chowdhury, if it's Pereira, if it's Marcel, if it's McAteer. I think every one of them players has the belief that there's no such thing as, oh, I'm putting you out because this is an easy game and I want to rest my best players. He thinks they're going out there thinking, I'm going to get myself back in the team and I'm going to hold that position down. I'm going to prove to Enzo why he picked me. I'm going to show him a good reason to keep picking me. There isn't a weak side. I don't think Leicester have one. Not in this division, Chris.
No, and if you are Connor Cody, you would come in, and no disrespect to anybody else at the time, but you would come into this squad and think, I'm going to be probably a future captain, but I certainly think I'm going to be a starter in that back line. And hang on, Vestergaard, he's not appeared for 3 seasons. What the hell is he doing in front of me? But we've not heard anything about him. All we've heard is that he's still in the dressing room, still giving like the big ups and come on, guys.
Yeah, and I think that shows what the same sort of thing has continued throughout Leicester's little golden era, if you will, or whatever you want to call this segment we've had. And that's, at some point it's drifted away, but we've always kept that family feel. I don't think there's any rivalry within. We seem to look not just at, we don't just look at facts and figures with players, we look at them as a person. And I think Harry Winks and Connor Cody have that personality that maybe there were some other players that we looked at, and maybe there were some players that on paper would have been better signings, but Brendan took it force of habit that. Enzo and his backroom staff went, yeah, but this guy can be a little bit edgy, and if it doesn't go his way and he's expecting first team and that's not what you're not gonna play him for 46 games straight, he might throw his toys out the pram. He might do a French Voldemort on us, so we don't want to risk that. Whereas Cody is hardworking, loyal. He's going to work hard. He's going to be there all the way, no matter what. And you're seeing it with the team. There's no huffing and puffing. There's no toys out the pram. There's no sulky faces. There's no slumped shoulders on the bench. They're laughing. They're joking. And whether they come on at half time, 60 minutes, start the game, or come on for 5 minutes at the end, you see them bust a gut, Chris, and it's so refreshing to see. And that's what I love the most about Enzo and this team, the way he's just got them thinking, my opportunity is going to come to impress you, boss, and I'm going to impress the fans with my performances.
Just checking here, Colbeck is in the starting lineup for QPR and Berkovic is in goal. He's still going. I want to just say what I said to Kate. Everybody was saying, we've got Leeds coming up after this. This is going to be the big game, and I don't know whether that game's finished yet or not. Leeds were, say, 4-1 up. But he's not afraid. He said, no, this is the next game we need to win. He doesn't want to lose, obviously. If you're going to lose to somebody, you'd sooner lose to Ipswich. Well, you wouldn't because of the position, but it would be more acceptable if we lost to Ipswich than QPR. And he's kept both Dewsbury Hall and Winks, who are one card off a suspension. He's kept them both in.
Yeah, and when you had Kate on, there's little segments, as you maybe know, that come up on the Fox's Hub, and Harry Winks has come out and had pretty much echoed those words, saying, no, we take QPR with the biggest respect. We beat them. Nothing else matters except Saturday's game against QPR. We have to respect them. We don't look at the table. We don't have. I'm only going off this little segment here, but basically what he's saying is we don't look at QPR and go, easy, we've won the game. We don't have that in this dressing room. We don't think like that when we're preparing for a game. We think about how we're going to beat them. We train to beat QPR, and only until the full-time whistle blows in that game do we then go, how do we beat Leeds United? Leeds is not an issue with us right now. Leeds is our next mission, if you will. That's basically what he was saying from his little snippet that I read there. And that is so brilliant to hear, because that, like we said about Cody, he didn't come in here thinking he had a divine right to walk into the team because he's ex-Premier League and he was at Everton last season and Vestergaard hadn't kicked the ball. No, he was up for the challenge to fight for his position and earn his way back into the team, which he's done today. And it's the same with whoever we're playing. Doesn't matter if you're 23rd or you're third. We've shown that this season. It doesn't matter where you're on the league. We will go at you and give you 100%. Because if you're going to beat Leicester, you're going to beat us at our best. You're going to have to be at your best to beat us. And even then, it's proved to a lot of opposition this season that might not be good enough for you.
Yeah, I think most of us sort of are basically worried because we are Leicester, and they say one of the you can do a Spursy, you could also do a Foxy, can't you? Because we do have a habit of losing to teams at the wrong end.
Yeah, we do. We do, and they're never going to go away, no matter how good whoever the manager is. Every team has their upsets here and there throughout the season, and look, it makes me laugh. We're sat here trying not to get carried away, and I'm sure there is some fans getting carried away, and that's the right to do so. But I can't. I don't know about you, Chris, but I can't watch anything like Sky Sports News or anything like these days without, when they're talking about the Championship, and they're talking about Leicester, and they're talking about us getting 126 points and smashing records. I'm like, geez, calm down. We've still got QPR and all these to play first, but it just shows you that while everybody else is getting excited, it almost like everybody else involved with Leicester's going, you get excited. You get excited for us. We're going to concentrate. And I
got excited. I said 125 points possibly. But like when I spoke to the QPR guy yesterday in the preview show, again, I said to him, we're not being condescending by smiling and being happy, because last season we were where you are this season. I just want to say that we've got 2 results in so far, and they are Leeds 4, Huddersfield 1, Southampton 3, Birmingham 1. So that has taken Leeds up to 3rd and Southampton up to 4th. But still, Leeds are still 11 points behind us, so we've got a game in hand. If you're wondering, we did quickly put this up the other day. I don't know whether Mike actually did miss a week, or whether Brad just forgot to include him because it kept Brad off the bottom. Hey, I'm just asking the question. What did you go for those 2 games, Brad?
I can't remember. I'll be honest with you. You've asked that question at the most optimum time. I sent you across it. You'd have to check me on the message. Because I can't remember. Because once I have them all on the thing, I keep them all in the group chat, and I keep yours in our chat, and I've put them somewhere. I can't think where I've put them written down. I'm fairly certain.
Because you've gone 3, you went Leeds 3, Huddersfield 0.
Ah,
It's me. You matched me on that one. Oh my God! No wonder I'm not doing well. Because you went Southampton 2, Birmingham 0, which is what I went. So you got 2 points.
I tell you what, I'm getting the goal difference right. I'm not getting the scores right. Those is costing me. But it is funny. I saw a video of their midweek game. Birmingham's I'm on about here, sorry. Wayne Rooney's having a fantastic time as manager, isn't he?
You've got to love it. Okay, we're going to do predictions in a second. In fact, I'm going to, let's just quickly run through the graphics. Look, one end of the table to the other. I mean, there couldn't be any more difference. And the interesting thing is, as well, and I'm just going to jump to this one, is that this is the form guide, and on form on the last 6 games, QPR are actually bottom. They're actually beneath Sheffield Wednesday on goal difference. It's not looking good for them. They don't think they're going to win. I think, though, if they get an early goal, they could just collapse.
Yeah, you do get that feeling, and we know that, Chris. We're not trying to be cocky and overconfident and beating our chests as I'd say in thinking that, but we know this because we've been in that position. We've been in that position in the Premier League. We've been in that position in the Championship. Thankfully we weren't in that position when we were in League One, but we know what it's like when you're losing games, and you just feel like you try and put yourself in a QPR set of shoes. I mean, I haven't got 6 toes, so I can't. That was a little tongue in cheek. I'm sorry, QPR fans. But my point is, you feel on edge. You feel on edge, especially when you're playing top of the league. Regardless of whether you're in a position like Leicester where you're absolutely running away with it, or whether they're there by a point, whatever the reason, they're well ahead of you, the league, they're well ahead of you. It doesn't matter if it goes 3 minutes, 33 minutes, or 53 minutes. You're going to be sat there watching it and going, I know it's 0-0, but if they score, they're going to score 4. They're going to score 4. I'm waiting. How nervous were we at 0-0 last season? We're thinking, oh God, if we don't score one of our chances, and they take one, it's going to be walking the park. And 9 times out of 10, what happened, Chris? They would score. Floodgates are open. The Leicester Express has arrived. It was ridiculous. So you do feel like if we score early, like we did against Sunderland, unlike against Sunderland, we'll actually score a continued rate, and we could see a cricket score.
Yeah. The interesting thing is, do get your score predictions in, guys. I'm only taking score predictions. I'm going to get firm on this. If you join late or you don't get your score predictions in before kick-off, I just ignore them from now on. QPR's next game after they've played us is Rotherham, which is a must-win. And even more interesting, if that's not interesting enough for you, and I'm asking myself, how can it get even more interesting? But today, Sheffield Wednesday are playing Rotherham. So if Sheffield Wednesday happen to get something against at home to Rotherham, and it's a bit of a derby day, and we do manage to upset the odds, and you know what I mean as a Leicester fan when I'm saying that, Rotherham could be bottom, and they could be looking at changing managers, couldn't they?
Yeah, well, when you're down at the bottom, that tends to be the case. It's fans on your back, it's managers under pressure. It's suddenly you're suddenly thinking, Christ, we're 13 games into the season and we're talking 6-pointers. It gets desperate, and this is what it is. You don't know until you get there. But if you'd have asked a QPR fan, first quarter of the season, when you come to playing, Leicester, Sheffield Wednesday, and Rotherham, how are you going to go about it? Because you'll be in a relegation battle. You're probably thinking, well, do we rest players for Leicester and just not and take the beating and keep them fresh? It's such a difficult position to be in, because the expectation is going to be very, very minimal. I think you'd be hard-pressed to find more than a handful of QPR fans that are optimistic of anything higher than a draw from today's game. And I mean that with the greatest respect. It's just natural for your instinct to say top of the league, well, we're going to get beat. But then you think, well, if we get beat badly, it's going to affect morale worse, and then we're not going to be able to get our heads right for the 6-pointers, if you will. I don't envy their position. I really don't. It must be a horrid one for all 3 clubs. Although Sheffield Wednesday, I don't sympathise with because of what they did to manager, but that's a different story.
Yeah. Jeff has gone 4-0 to Leicester. Scott, I'm not sure what you've gone for there. Do you want to, because you've got 2 scores there, and I don't know which one you want me to take seriously for you. That one we will come to when we get there. Highfield, of course, Highfields, I forgot. Sorry, you are in the ground, but you are behind. Well, you're in the home end behind the goal. So if it is a high-scoring game, you'll have to keep yourself really quiet.
Highfield might get escorted out. If we see him on the East Midlands News, we know who it is. We know what happened. If Leicester score 4-5,
he can get away with it.
Ah, well, that's true. He can blend into his surroundings. He can just sit there like 73 minutes. They still don't know I'm a Leicester fan, and give us updates like that. Highfield.
Okay. So, I mean, you've gone 5-0, which meant I had to change mine, and I went 6, just because I do honestly think some team is going to get a donking. Kate's gone 3-1. Jeff has gone 4-1. Scott, I'm still waiting to confirm. Boris has gone 4-2 to Leicester. Can't see QPR scoring 2. They've only scored 5 all season, if I'm honest with you. Scott has gone 1-4. I can't see them scoring, to be honest with you. I mean, when I look at the table, I mean, they have, well, sorry, I tell a lie. They've scored 9 all season. Sorry, it's Sheffield Wednesday that scored 5. Scored 9, but they conceded 24. They've conceded more goals than any other team in this division. You're muted, mate.
Oops. Didn't realise I was muted. I was trying to tell you something and I was muted away there. I think that might be the most pessimistic version of Leicester winning. It's just in the back of the minds. People are going, well, we'll probably batter them, but we'll give them a goal just in case. You know, you don't get no points. You're not in the league, so it won't count. Well, I might just say, Chris, you might want to bring up Boris's comment and highlight it and get a timer on, because he says if his favourite player, which I'm sure is obviously Yannick Vestergaard or any natural, he can't be talking about Vardy, but he has said if he scores 2, he'll become a member for a month. So we're going to have to hold Boris to it, get the evidence up. Exhibit A. Come on, Chris, quick.
Oh, God help us. Scott, I still don't know what score you're going for, so I haven't got anything written down for you, mate. You've still got about 6 minutes to get your predictions in. Let me just get rid of this then and bring this up. Okay, the table's not up to date because there's 2 games been played today. But it still looks good, Brad.
Yeah, it's a great sight to see, and you know, people might say, oh yeah, but what about Ipswich? Well, first of all, not to sound arrogant, what about them? It's the top 2 that go up. I don't care if it's Ipswich, I don't care if it's Sunderland, I don't care if it's West Bromwich Albion sat second. It's the gap between us and third that ultimately means more. Yes, you want to win a trophy, so you can say, yeah, we won the league title, we won the championship, it'd be nice. You know, they're all added bonuses, though, aren't they, Chris? If we break the league record, it's an added bonus. If we top the league, it's the added bonus. But realistically, you know, top 2 is what matters. You know, Ipswich, if they fall away, brilliant. What matters is now is if Leicester do their job, nothing changes. Leicester will still have a whopping, 14-point gap on 3rd place?
Yeah.
So, you know, you're asking
if we win today.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If we win today, it restores parity before their game. So, yeah, it's looking good. So that's all we can do.
Sorry, if we don't win today. We do win the title, we get another record, because we are tied at the moment with, I believe, with Manchester City on us both having won the 2nd-tier title most often.
Well, yeah, again, added bonus. If we do it, brilliant. We win the title, bonus. We go up with a load of records, happy days. It'll be like the last time we were in the championship where we kept breaking records. So I'm all for it. But I think even now, even at this stage, even with the brilliant start we had, I know people would say, oh, it'd take a lot to really fall from, you know, for Leicester to not break too many records for the rest of the season. But back in the Premiership is where we need to be, and keep doing it, keep winning games. We'll be there sooner rather than later. And Scott, put the drugs away. Oh, you gave QPR a goal.
Yeah, I know. That won't get us the record, Scott. The record's 8-0. We need it to be 9-0. But yeah. Oh, well, it's getting. I've got a soft spot for QPR. I have no reason why, but I do have a soft spot for them. But Jeff says back in 2004, him and Mayer were in Duke's Bar, Muscat, for the Leicester versus Man United. I was the only Foxes fan among a bar full of United supporters. The United fans had all gone by the end. Yeah, I'm not surprised. But I have to feel total alignment with Highfields, because I used to live in Blackburn for a while, and I used to go and watch Leicester play, and I was always in the home end, because in them days it was hard to get away tickets. Well, it's just as hard these days. They're coming out onto the pitch now. So, Brad, thanks very much, mate. You've gone 5-0. I've gone 6. We'll take 1, and I will see you at half time. And you're muted again, but we get what you're saying.
That's what matters. Come on, Leicester. See you at half time.
See you at half time. Cheers, buddy. Okay, so let us get into the spirit of things here and line ourselves up. Let's make a few changes while we get ready. This is the Watchalong show.
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watch Along show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
No, do not forget to subscribe. And I'm just trying to undo my microphone here, and then my headpiece, which I should have done earlier. But like I say, completely unorganized as I am today. God knows how did this is like. It's like Christmas tree lights. No matter how well you save them every year, every time you open them, they're all strung up. Here we go. So 3 changes for the Foxes today. So Chowdhury is on the right, although we do know, of course, that when we're not defending, he will move up into midfield next to Winks. Cody and Vestergaard. So Cody will move over to the right in that defence. Vestergaard and Justin next to him. I say Winks in the midfield role. Or basically for Winks, it's all over, isn't it? 17 Chowdhury will be joining them, I'm sure. Cassidy, Dewsbury Hall, and then you've got either side of those two. You've got Fatawu and Mavadidi, who are going to move forward to be either side of Vardy. So it's your one warning. That is, if you do any spoilers, I don't care who you are, it's there at the bottom, it's there on the show. Do not. And when we kicked off, no spoilers. It will see you removed first of all. Fab, I hope you're right. I do hope you're all right. I'll add you to the score. Yeah, come on, Leicester Scott. So Leicester now kicking from left to right. We're at Loftus Road. We're away. And Leicester, we are in our away strip of orange top, which I want to get for Christmas. White shorts and orange socks. And of course, QPR being the home team, they are kicking right to left. And they are in their home strip of blue and white hoop top, white shorts, white socks. Vestergaard, as on the ball, plays it out to Justin. Yeah, Chowdhury's already moving up into the midfield. Justin's left back. I think Leicester are going to go for it early on. That's going to be a free kick. Yes, it is. Mavadidi brought down there. So midway into the QPR half. Vestergaard with it though. Back to Manson. He'll probably play it out here to Cody, who passes it straight back to Hermansen. Very tight, compact ground, QPR's Loftus Road. Vestergaard to Chowdhury now, coming deep to get it. Plays it out to Cody on the right wing, just inside the halfway line. Fatawu came back for it, Chowdhury. Back to Cody, back to Hermansen. So Justin now, moving forward. Mavadidi. Vardy plays 1-2 with Dewsbury Hall. Just couldn't quite get the ball flowing. Oh, Fatawu goes down. Cassidy gets the ball. His second start in a row, Cassidy. Quite frankly, he deserves it. I thought he played really, really well last time out. My man of the match. Didn't get the official LTID man of the match. That went to Winks. Alan Bennett choosing Winks. But I thought Cassidy had a really, really, really good game. At the moment, it is all Leicester. Fatawu now. Comes inside. Oh, has a shot at goal there. It's deflected away for a corner. I do wonder if that hadn't taken the deflection, would it have gone in? So coming forward here, Cassidy, Fatawu, Cody. We're just holding on to the ball here. Fatawu now on the right hand side, cuts in with the ball. There's a corner to Leicester. Comes in with the corner. It's headed clear by QPR. If anybody's interested, I'm actually at 3:51 as there's a long ball into the box, but it's easily taken by Berkovic. Just coming up to 4 minutes now. So if you want to know where you are compared to me, that's where I am. Like I say, and like it says there quite clearly, spoilers will see you shot down. And thank you to Mad Civil there on Twitch, watching us on Twitch. I'd updated it, but not updated it properly. Dewsbury Hall now. I'd left half of it from the last one. So thanks a lot, Mad, for letting me know that. I appreciate that. It's a long ball for QPR now. But Hermansen's well out of his penalty area in the far side, kicking it back up into the QPR half, but headed straight back. So game of head tennis at the moment. Chowdhury, though, brings it down. Yeah, QPR haven't, just saying then, QPR haven't got many, haven't got, I don't think, a recognised centre-back on the pitch. So we need to start testing those defenders. Don't let them get confident. Earlier on today, Leeds beat Huddersfield 4-1 and Southampton beat Birmingham 3-1. All the rest of the games in the Championship are 0-0 as it stands. So Vestergaard got the ball, bringing it forward just outside of the penalty area. Chowdhury manages to keep hold of it though, despite the interest of a QPR player. Chowdhury gets it back, a little back heel to himself. Justin on the far side receives the ball from Chowdhury. Winks now. Chip one over the top, but it is cut out quite easily there by the QPR defence. QPR coming away now. They're coming back into the game, QPR. I mean, they are being shut down by us, but they are coming back into the game. So Queen's Park Rangers coming forward. Like I say, they've come back into this game. Is that a free kick? No. QPR have still got the ball though, just into our own half. But now they've got it on the near side. Chip in there. Oh, headed clear by Justin. Low header. Oh, some of our passes are being quite short here. Bit of a cock up by Leicester in the defence there. Keith, good evening, sir. Oh, good. It will be evening in Thailand, I'm guessing. Hope you are well. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from, Boris. So it's all the way back to the Berkovic in the QPR goal. Just plays it out to his defender. I honestly think if Leicester can get a goal, maybe in the first 15 minutes, then I think we could see a collapse by QPR. I mean, if QPR, they can't afford to park the bus, but if they manage to get away with a point here, confidence-wise, that will give them so much. And if they can score the first goal, who knows what could happen. Oh, Hermansen, a good cross in there, in fairness, by the QPR. But Hermansen, in his pink and purple outfit, comes and collects it. They're just saying here, I mean, Vardy's not really been involved, but they've kind of lost a little bit of control here, the Leicester team. Chowdhury now sees the ball from Justin back in his own half. He's got Cody, Winks, Cody, Winks. So at the moment, we got the possession. We're just taking our time. You know, we do like to wear teams down, don't we? Oh, again, another short pass. Dykes was closing in on Vestergaard, but he kept it. But it is back with Hermansen now. Where's he going to go? He's going to go back to Vestergaard. So, Winks out to Cassidy now. Is he finding a fine Fatua? Yes, he does. Fatua's got the ball into the box. Cassidy, oof. It's a corner. It's a corner, but it was another attempt from Cassidy there. 99 people in. Please do smash that likes button. And if you are new, please do subscribe. You are welcome, whichever team you support. The only rule we have, well, two rules we have, respect other chatters and no spoilers. Oh, good corner. Cassidy comes in. It's a free header. Nobody's anywhere near him, but he goes over the bar with it. You gotta say, last game and this game, you feel, oh, I was way over and looking back at it. And you feel like his second goal for the club is coming. That should have been 1-0 to Leicester. But it's early days yet. Come on, 95 in, only 24 likes. Please do smash that likes button. Oh, Plymouth have gone 1-0 up against Ipswich, according to Stephen. Yes, they have. Wow. Ipswich are losing. Wow, wow, wow. Come on, Plymouth. If Ipswich lose to Plymouth, I think we should get Brad to eat a Ginster's pasty live on the air. So it's a throw into Leicester on the far side. If you can find the ball, yeah, a bit shorter ball, boys. QPR manager there, Gary Ainsworth, looking a little bit worried, head down, but so from the throw-in, we're back to the halfway line. The throw-in was virtually equivalent to the 6-yard box. Indeed, Stefan, indeed. An offside there for Leicester, QPR free kick. Stoke have gone 1-0 up against Middlesbrough. Watford have gone 1-0 up against Millwall. So please, guys, please, I know I keep going on and on about it, but smashing the likes does help the channel. It really does. Cassidy back defending now. Heads it out, but it's headed back. Oh, QPR, but no power behind the ball. I think he shot it into the ground first. Hermansen throws it out now to Justin on the far side. So here comes Cody. Oh, Vardy gives the ball away there. Don't know what the QPR player was. He had a free shot on goal from halfway into the Leicester half, and he puts it closer to the corner flag than he does to the goal post. Emerson was out of his goal there. The QPR had to go, but that was a bad ball from Vardy. Absolutely nowhere near another player. The Tawu now. Can he get more into the game? He's got 3 players with him. Plays it to Cassidy just behind him. Goes back to the halfway line with Connor Cody. Back to Vestergaard. Vestergaard will find Justin on the far side. Justin has gone all the way back to Hermanson. It is very much possession football. 102 people in, 34 likes. Thanks very, very, very much, guys. Let's see if we can get to 50 likes. Kashidi, wow, that was a lovely takedown. Passes it out to to Fatawu. No, he's going to get a corner, though. I've got to say, Kashidi, lovely bit of control there, taking that ball down. He was closed down very quickly, so couldn't really get a shot away. Oh, yes, he took it beautifully. So, Dewsbury Hall with the corner on the near side. Remember, Leicester kicking left from right in their orange third strip. Chipped up into the box, bad corner. It's headed away. Doesn't get past the first man, but we still got it with Leicester. Goes back out to Dewsbury Hall. Into Winks, back to Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall to Fatawu. Oh, he managed to get to the byline, kept it in play, but his chip went straight to the goalkeeper for QPR, Barkovic. And then our goalkeeper shows a bit of fancy footwork to outfox the QPR striker. Now, Leicester at the moment are having to be patient. Millwall have equalised now. It's Watford 1, Millwall 1. Stoke and Plymouth are still up. There's a throw in to QPR on the far side. Russ, good evening, sir. Have a safe... good morning to you, isn't it? Have a safe drive, sir. Have a safe drive. Phil, I think you're right there, Phil. Good afternoon. Welcome along. Oh, the moment again, we've just been a little bit sloppy there. Chowdhury to Cody. He hadn't got really anywhere to go, but he did put Cody under pressure. It's gone out for a QPR throw-in halfway into the Leicester half on the near side. Cody took it. Sorry, Chowdhury took it down well, but Winks held on to it too long, and he's lost it. Oh, and a shot there from the QPR striker, but it ends up being shot straight at Hermanson. I'm giving the ball away again. Wow, how much more are we going to do this? This is poor from Leicester. She's 20 minutes in. Phil from Stockholm. Good. What are we talking there? Good afternoon still probably in Stockholm. Oh, there's a free kick to Leicester there. Welcome everybody from all over the world. You are all welcome here. Like I say, only two rules. Respect to the chatters and no spoilers. 3 rules if you like, because I do like you to like the channel if you can. Jack Linton. Well, tell you what, QPR, they're not looking like a team that's, well, yeah, they're not looking like a team that should be 23rd at the moment. It's Vestergaard. Hi, Paul, how you doing? You have to search the internet, Fortnite. Paul, hello there. How the devil are you? An hour ahead of you. It'll be 2 hours tomorrow as our clocks go back tonight. So 20 minutes gone, 0-0. At the moment, QPR 23% possession, but we both had 3 shots on goal, so they're holding their own very well. Just saying, Vardy here, possibly only touching the ball once, but he only needs 2 touches to get a goal, does Jamie Vardy. So don't worry too much about that. But again, we've given the ball away. It's taking 2 Leicester defenders to get the ball off him. But it goes out for a throw-in. I think Tony Cottage just summed it up there. Sloppy. So you put your clocks back as well, Phil. Wow. I didn't know that. Oh, throw in, but it's a bounces over the defender and straight into the arms of Hermansson. I haven't been to Sweden. I've never been to Sweden. I've been to Norway. I haven't been to Sweden. So for Taru now on the near side, he's looking for help. It has to go back to Cody. Winks, Cody, winks, Cody, winks. To me, to you, to me, to you. Just in. Back to Vestergaard. We're having to be patient. They're making us be patient. So as Hermansson takes the ball back from Vestergaard, he puts it back out to Justin, and it goes back to Hermansson. Ponderous is the word now that Cody's using. I've got to say, probably has. But then we have got to... it is. We need to be patient, FC, don't we? Here we do need, I mean, Tony Cotty's saying there, you know, we've got to be patient. Yes, that's the whole season. Like you say, Jack, we do have to be FC patient. That is it. Throw in for Leicester here on the near side. 3/4 of the way inside the Rangers half. We do need to be patient, but we also know that works in our favour. So Vestergaard, winks to Vestergaard. Cody on the near side, chips it forward. It's over the top, but it goes straight into the arms of the QPR goalkeeper, Smirkovic, who's still going. So Leicester, at the moment, I'm not saying QPR are very good, but they're showing that they are showing that they're making it hard. Oh, lovely through ball, but just a little bit too hard for Justin, and he goes straight through to Berkovic again. Should do Wolves, but, you know, football's not played on paper, is it? No, I don't, Jack, like you say. I would have liked to, I think if we'd got an early goal, that would have worked in our favour, because I think having got the early goal, we could have gone on and got quite a few more. It's a free kick to Leicester, though, in the sunshine at Loftus Road. Just under half the stadium is bathed in sunshine, which is on the far side. 123 in, 41 likes. Thank you very, very much. If you haven't yet, please do consider liking. So Vestergaard now brings it forward, slows it down, plays it back to Hermansen, resets. He's going to go out now to Cody on the near side. Plays it to Cassidy, Chowdhury. We're not going to be rushed, Leicester City. There's no easy games. No. We are the team with the target on our back. Let's not forget that. You know, everybody wants to beat us. Everybody wants to get a point off us. And I remember watching the whole shows after they beat us. You'd think they'd won the league. Fair play to them. They beat us. But that's how people are. You know, we are the Premier League champions that have come down. We are the most recent FA Cup winners to come down. And we are now obviously at the top of the division. So teams are going to want to come at us. We are going to be the scout that everybody wants. And that's no disrespect to Leeds. Oh, Cassidy's got the ball. He was lucky to get that. It bounced off. Fatawu played against the QPR player. What can they do now? Leicester with Mavadidi on the far side. Can he get the ball across? Dewsbury Hall turns! Oh, he's closed down. Closed down, but it's still with Leicester. But back onto the halfway line. Dewsbury Hall, and it's back with Hermansen. Dewsbury Hall, a great turn there. But it was closed down so quickly. I think if that hadn't been closed down, who knows? But now Mavadidi tries to get the ball in, but thing is, though, Wolves, I mean, we played better teams like Sunderland, the hardest game of the season. What a test that was. We passed it. Southampton, one of the favourites to go back up. We passed that test as well. Norwich, we passed that test. Preston, who'd been top of the league, we passed. You know, we're passing these tests. Oh, just showing that turn again. I reckon if it would certainly have been on target. I take it from your comment, Stefan, that Birmingham are losing, are they? Oh, they lost, didn't they? Sorry, I forgot they played Southampton earlier. Norwich are 1-0 up at Sunderland. Ipswich still losing. Swansea 1-0 up at Blackburn. We beat Swansea, they were up there. Swansea and Swansea and Middlesbrough were the two informed teams at the moment, apart from Leicester and Ipswich. Oh, that was a lovely bit of 1-2 play between Mavadidi and Dewsbury Hall. But a good tackle coming in from the QPR defence, and it's out for throw-in on the other side. They are closing this down very quickly. Coming up to 30 minutes. We're not going to get that early goal, but we are wearing them down. So it comes down to Fatawu. Should have been a foul, but the referee did play on. Played advantage. Dewsbury Hall out to Mavadidi on the far side, just inside the QPR box. Oh, it's in! It's just as we're saying it. It took a deflection. Wow! Just as I was saying, we've got Neve. I'm sorry. You do not come in here and give spoilers. Leicester City, you were lucky I hadn't seen it, but when I turned round, that was too soon for not to be a spoiler. So Mavadidi takes a dip over. I think it will be his goal. But, I mean, wow, he looks at it, as I said, just inside the box, 1 foot to another, just drifting it towards the goal. It took a deflection. Let's see how big a deflection. Well, it came off the back of a player, but it went in. Okay, well, we got to celebrate. Let us celebrate, ladies and gentlefolk. It is Leicester City 1. So 1-0 to Leicester. I think it's being given to Mavadidi. It does. It does indeed. Phil, yeah, I mean, that's the way it goes, isn't it? You know, that's football for you. So it's a free kick for QPR. Header there from the number 9 for QPR at the end of it, but it's straight into Hermansen's hands. Hermansen, whatever you want to call him. So Neve, I'm sorry, guy, but you know the rules are there. I mean, how clear do I need to make it for people? It's going across the bottom. It says on the sign there, you know, on the graphic, you know, no spoilers. And if you're stupid enough and brain dead enough to come in and do a spoiler, you get banned. My patience is not as long as Leicester City's. And it was too soon there for it not to be a spoiler. I know. The away record is unbelievable. Free kick to Leicester there. Just in front of the halfway line. Vichai had a dream. Oh, didn't he just? 140 in, 49 likes. Please keep it up. It was a crossover to the far side of the box. Mavadidi took it outside the box, brought it just inside the corner of the box, chipped it towards the goal. QPR player turned his back on it. It hit his back, and it went into the net. Hermansen now. It's gone back to him again. So, 34 minutes gone. They were indeed. Phil, we're joining for a bit there with it as well. Indeed, Craig. Hello. Justin keeps it in play, but he is running back towards his own goal. Now he turns with it. Lovely pass. Not sure what's that offside to? Wow. The free kick was for offside, and yet they took the free kick in hour half. Sometimes, Phil, I'm not glad we're relegated. But I know what you mean. It's like when we went down to the League One. It does give you a chance to have a rebuild. That rebuild would not have happened had we managed to just stay up. It's a sellout. It's a sellout, Phil, in the Leicester end. Highfields is sat in the QPR home end. I wonder if he celebrated. We've reached 50 likes. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Really, really, really do appreciate it. So it's a corner here, Dewsbury Hall. An attempt from QPR, but it's straight down the arms of Hermansen. So Cassidy now, edge of the area, turns well, gets it out to Fatawu now, inside the box. Oh, he kicks it, but it's straight. Chowdhury sees it straight at the QPR, comes to Chowdhury. Yeah, not the best of finishes. So QPR going down toward it's gone out. It'll be a throw in just in front of the corner flag. So it's a throw in to Leicester. Oh, will he get a second chance here? The QPR, they've still got it. Heads it over. Oh, it's off the line. Now it's in. QPR have equalised on 39 minutes. QPR have equalised. Whoa. Well, they haven't collapsed. Whoa. Well, that's a wake-up call for Leicester. Wow. So, well, that's brought us back down to earth. Now we've got to go. We've got to start again, Leicester. Now it's QPR with the feathers up. Oh, off for a corner. First corner for QPR. Whoa. Look, if anyone's going to say to me, kick the spoilers, tell me who the spoilers are, because I'm watching the game. So I luckily saw it earlier. Who was the spoilers? Thank you, Stephen. Appreciate that. So, back with Leicester City having to do some defending at the moment. So Vestergaard with it. Whoa. Well, I don't think any of us were. Cassidy. Out to Mabadidi, the goal scorer. Oh, taken off him, but he kept it. It's back with Mabadidi now. Vardy to Mavadidi. Dewsbury Hall. Chowdhury swings one over to Fatawu. Oh, he took it well. Oh, chest, knee, foot. Into the penalty area, but it's headed clear. Or not clear, but it's headed up by the QPR defender. Harry Winks has a go. Oh, Bekovic had to make a save. Couldn't hold on to it. And it is put out for a corner, I believe. So Fatawu going to take the corner now. Oh, goes over everybody and out for a goal kick. Maybe they should give it back to Dewsbury Hall to take. Never presume, Paul, never presume. Another go at from the same striker that kicked it miles over before. And it had pretty much the same effect. It went down to the corner flag. Oh, it's a free kick to Leicester near the corner flag on the far side. So we are at 40. We've gone over 45 minutes. Don't know how much extra time's going to, or an injury, stoppage time, whatever you want to call it these days. Ipswich are still losing to Plymouth, though. For Taru. Oh, he's got a corner. He's got a corner. If they can get a goal now, just before half time, I think it would really deflate. Dewsbury Hall back on corner duty. Oh, Vardy got his head on it, but couldn't. And that's it. That's it. Half time. Half time. Unfortunately, I didn't have any mods in during the game, and obviously I'm watching the match. So unless I actually see something, then it's difficult for me to say. We do need mods to be in. I've made a couple of extra new mods in there, but I caught the one earlier, but I didn't catch the one since. Look, 133 of you are 133 of you are watching. 52 likes. Come on, we can get that up, I'm sure. I am so sorry, Paul. Hopefully, if Leicester can get a win, that'll warm you up. Look, it is 1-1. Yeah, any comment Jeff said, even if it is like poo or something like that, you're basically spoiling it. It does count as a spoiler on that one. So we'll just wait for Brad to come in, and we'll talk half time. This is the watch along. Like I say, any comments, spoilers, poo, whoops, anything like that, sees you removed in future.
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watch Along show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
And hello, Brad.
Hello, Chris.
Well, I wasn't expecting that, but fair play to QPR.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, I about fell asleep because it was really, really dull. Look, the 23rd, and you go one or two ways, don't you? The team either takes an early lead and you crumble, or you put 12 men behind the ball, 30 men behind the ball, and you keep us frustrated. Look, it's worked for them. You can't bemoan football. I know certain managers might say apparently playing football is not playing football, but they have a job to do. They have they're having a bad season. Let me turn my telly down a bit so I'm not booming everybody there. They're coming up against top of the league. What were we really expecting? Okay, we were probably hoping to get in front, but to say it deserves to come in at half-time level is an understatement. The fact that we've seen 2 goals is actually a miracle, because it's been a very, very poor game to watch. It needed a goal to spark it into life, and eventually we got some near the end. Because I don't know about you, Chris, but I genuinely nearly fell asleep. I was a bit on and off of watching it, if I'm honest with you. It's the most boringest game we've had in a long time to watch.
Is it any more boring than Sunderland? Thank you, Scott, by the way.
No, at least against Sunderland, there was chances at both ends, and it was a really exciting watch. I mean, the neutral would have enjoyed the Sunderland game because, yes, the scoreline was only 1-0, but we could have had 4, they could have had 2. It was end to end. Sunderland could have gone in front. They could have got level. They could have had a penalty. We had a lot to discuss. Aside from the goals and some long-range efforts, can you tell me what we've really got to discuss about that first half? That was very, very frustrating and poor. I'm going to say it because I think we weren't expecting them to be so defensive, and it took us 40 minutes, Chris, to find any tempo. You know, Cotty said it on Fox's Hub. Possession football is brilliant, and we know that's the Leicester way, but sometimes they maybe need to see the game situation for what it is and be a bit more aggressive in their passing forward direction. And it is just, we're going to recycle and keep the ball because we can. We know we can play possession football and pass them to death. I just think at times we miss opportunities to cut inside and pass inside, and we kept going back to Connor Cody and Faye's a bit too dependent on that style a bit.
Although, in fairness, and thank you, Scott. Like I said, he's going to mob the second half. Scott's 9-1 is still on.
Well, there is that for Scott. He only needs another 8 Leicester goals, but at least we're not getting 3 points for this one. I see, Chris, already. So
no.
Yeah.
And Ipswich have equalised against Plymouth. Well,
no, typical. Well, I mean that's they were losing as well, so that's kind of put a little bit. But we're not losing.
What does say? What have you been saying, Brad, about us conceding? What have you been taking?
Well, I said we don't concede after the hour mark. So as long as we get to 60 minutes, where the score, we won't concede anymore. If that's to continue, but yeah, it's a shame. But we've had this at points this season. I think Bristol City was very frustrating. I think it was probably still a little bit more exciting than this game, but they came to frustrate. And again, even Cotty said, you know, when you've got a target on your back and you're exciting a side as Leicester are, we're going to have to accept that we're going to have games like this where teams are going to park the bus. They're going to play defensive counter-attacking football. They're going to stick 8 men in the box and stop you walking through it. And you can't begrudge them because it's football. I don't get all this. It's not proper football. It is football. They're 23rd. They're struggling. They need a win. They need a point. They need something. And if they're going to get it from today's game, they've got to do something. They can't play into Leicester's hands or we'll tear them apart. So you've got to credit QPR in a way for how they performed, for making us frustrated, because it's what led to them getting back in the game.
My first notes before the goals went in. Somebody said, I forget who it was in the chat, that, you know, this is how Leicester have been playing, which is possession football, being patient, you know, waiting. And like you say, you know, it's what Cotty was saying as well, Tony Cotty. I've written 2 things down here. Giving the ball away a lot, poor. Bad passing, sloppy.
Yeah, it has been a little bit of that. And I think mainly that's come about because of the frustrations. I think we've become a bit too accustomed to the fact that, oh, well, it'll happen. We'll break a side down, we'll get our noses in front, and then we'll have the freedom of the King Power or wherever we are. You know, I don't know if that's maybe a little bit what kicked in, but QPR changed it up. They went 1-0 down, and, you know, I don't know, maybe you were sat here like me a little bit arrogantly expecting, oh, well, here we go. They'll come at us now, and we'll score 2 or 3 before half time. And credits QPR, whether it's been a snooze fest or not. And that last 10 minutes, QPR changed their tempo and came at us, and we kind of frustrated ourselves because I think maybe we kind of looking around going, you know what? I know we haven't created much, but we really have let our foot off the gas, and we really should be more in front. We shouldn't be in the situation where QPR are holding us and frustrating us to a draw at half time, because
we both said this in the past, though. No team, whether it's at home or away, is gonna play Leicester City and have a real go at us, because they're just going to leave so many gaps at the back for us to exploit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you look at previous games where, you know, I think Southampton was probably the only game this season where it's pretty much a team's opened up for us and played into our hands from minute 1 to minute 90. And I know it sounds weird because we beat Preston 3-0 and Blackburn 4-1, but they didn't play that way throughout that game. You know, they were tight, compressed. They kept the chances. They frustrated us. They had spells in the game where, you know, we talked about it when them games happened. Oh, had they scored that chance, maybe it would have been a different game and that. But look, we've just got to keep going. and we've got to keep going. QPR are going to have the tails wagging, and maybe we've got to wait for a bit of naivety on their half and get ourselves in front again. And if we do that, you do feel that maybe the after effect of patting them to death in that first half an hour will take a toll on their legs or something, and we can come away with the 3 points. But I don't know. Maybe it's just weird that we're 13 games into the season, Chris, and we haven't got a one in the draw column.
This is a thing as well, because look, I said to you, I was so glad to get the whole loss out the way, because that was like one of the albatrosses from around our neck. But yeah, we're not going to go and beat every single team and be unbeaten for the rest of the season, or like you say, not get a draw for the whole season. It's going to happen. And we know, we're sat here now with 82%, but shots, they've had 8, we've had 9. On target 3-2. It's football. Like you say, football isn't played on paper. Mistakes will happen. We could lose a game 1-0. I'm looking there, and it was very unlucky there. They're just showing the QPR goal. There's enough Leicester players really to clear it. It was cleared off the line. And as it came back in, I don't know if you've been able to see it or you're just listening to it, but as it came back in, after Chowdhury cleared it off the line, because Hermansen went down at the same time, he was still down on the floor with Chowdhury, and as it was kicked back in, it hit Hermansen's foot before it went into the goal.
Yeah, I was just glancing up and saw the replay on the hub there. Yeah, it is unfortunate, although you could argue that our goal got a bit of fortune about it. So, these things balance themselves out in football.
Are we missing Ricardo in defence?
I don't want to sound horrible, because Luke's just mentioned him then. He's not done anything too wrong. I actually think we're missing Ndidi in the midfield, because Cassidy, for me, has just been a little bit eye-watching. He's been a little bit like, is this one you want me to move in the middle? Is this where you want me to be? I know he hasn't had much game time, and I know he's getting a bit of a run in the side because indeed he's had a little bit of a strain, and it's a little bit longer than we thought. And that might continue into Leeds game. But I feel like we've missed an extra body in the midfield, and I feel like sometimes Cassidy's kind of a little bit anxious, almost like, I don't want to get in your way, so I'm going to go here because I know it's a safe position for me, and I'm not. He's not always in the right danger areas. Sometimes he's been in them, but more times than not, he's not. And I think that's what we're missing. I don't think we're missing too much extra with Ricardo and Chowdhury. I think you may find it's probably more. I feel it's Ndidi we're missing in that middle of the park.
I am going to go because I need to just water the plant. So I'll let you have a talk through Leicester's goal. Like you say, a little bit of luck by it. But then the luck that we got, the luck we lost, not within 9 minutes. But you talk away about that, and I shall go and feed the plants.
Yeah, well, it was ironic because it was probably Leicester's quickest build-up play in the entire 45 minutes, to be honest with you. It'd been a bit slow, and I don't know if Enzo probably got some instructions out there, but it was nice to see that when Leicester were able to step it up, they benefit from it. They got the ball forward quickly. They kind of dragged QPR out, and they got the ball spread into the attacking third a lot quicker than they had done throughout the game. Like I said, I say it a little bit tongue in cheek, but sometimes with Leicester's build-up play, and I look up and I saw 9 or 10 QPR shirts around it, I was kind of like, I will wait because this could take 50, 60 passes before I have to look up and see anything of note. But they got the ball in, they got in behind, they had a few QPR players out of position. They've noticed that. They played the ball out wide. And yeah, it takes a deflection. Anyone that's maybe questioning all the deflections, does it count as Mavridi's goal? The shot's originally on target, so it is his goal. And he'd kind of deserved it because he'd been working hard. He'd been getting frustrated with himself on that left-hand side. I think sometimes he was wanting the ball and he wasn't getting it. And the first time he had any instinct of getting it to played into him quickly, he took his chance. And, the one time that maybe Gary Ainsworth, the opposition manager, will say, you really let yourselves down defensively was that moment, because they backed off him. Like I said, they got probably caught a little bit cold because Leicester hadn't been fast tempoed. They'd been very slow and methodical with the build-up play. And it just shows how good we can be when we change up and find another gear, because he got inside. It's the first time in the whole 45 minutes he was afforded any space. He cussed it onto his favoured foot. He bent it over. It takes a deflection, but I'll be honest with you, when you take that deflection out, it's probably finding the back of the net quicker than it does, instead of having that little loop finish onto it. So it was great to see Leicester go. We are underway, so while Chris is probably just rushing back from the toilet, Leicester have got things underway. And they're passing it with a bit more flair this half as he comes back. And as my commentary, sign me up, get me on Matchday. That's a little snippet you get from me on there. But yeah, I've done my work, Chris. They have kicked off. So hopefully we get... Hold on, we're in here, Chris. No, we're not. Ignore me. Ignore me. Ignore me.
I'll see you at full time.
See you at full time.
Cheers, Nate. Take care. Thanks to Brad there. Let me just get my earpieces back on, and we'll be back underway. As I work out which one goes where. Putting a bra on. Not that I've ever put a bra on, you understand. So yeah, Bram. Any trolling? Any spoilers? We've got Scott in for the second half. Our number one moderator has been with us the longest. Knows what he's doing. Has my full backing. He will deal with anything that comes up. So QPR coming down, but this QPR that are attacking started this second half well. Oh, what's going to happen with that one? Yeah, you get the free kicks for James Justin there. Hope you are well. If you're still with us, Luke, and hope you managed to sort your problems out. So Cody with the ball. How long will Vardy stay on? That is the question. No subs at half time, Stefan, no. Yeah, Boris, do me a favour, mate, and change the record. You've got two sides to a record, Vardy and Boring Games. Change it, mate. So QPR coming forward. That's a free kick to QPR there. Cassidy bringing the player down. Yeah, do what Scott says there. Smash the likes button for me, please. So it's a free kick in a depth. It's a central and a very well. It's certainly a scoreable position. The three-man wall for Leicester here. So can QPR do anything with this free kick? Oh, tell you what, wasn't that far over. It went over the wall. It did go over the bar. I think QPR are actually feeling that they can get something out of this. So coming forward now, chair. Oof. We are playing dangerously. We are being very Leicester here at the start of the second half. We'll never have a good start to the second half. Yeah, make it coming from you, Boris. That would be a nice change. He hasn't done much this game, has he yet? To be honest with you. And if you want to watch exciting football and not be top of the division, I think you'd be on your own, mate. All we want from you, Boris, is just don't be so. I mean, you got your dick that far up Vardy's arse that I'm surprised that you can actually walk. And you're just playing the same thing over and over again. We know you think it's boring. So fucking what? You've said it time after time. Now you're getting boring. I mean, put it plump, Boris, but you are getting boring. So at the moment, it's all QPR in this second half. So Ipswich are back on level points. So at the moment, as it stands, let's just update the table. Leicester 37 points, Ipswich 32. Everybody is entitled to their opinion, but don't just rub it down everybody's throat over and over again. Leicester guard now. Oh, Dewsbury Hall was being pulled there, surely. Oh, but they've still got it, Leicester. I think he played advantage there. The referee, I think, did look at that. My sound's just gone terrible here. Let me just check my sound out. Yeah, I mean, Craig, it's a marathon, not a sprint. It's 46 games. We played 13. 14th game this is. As Tony Cotty is saying here that QPR at the moment are on top. There's nothing to be said about that. Oh, Sheffield Wednesday and Rotherham. Oh! A shot coming in on the 52nd minute. Ball over the top for Leicester. Fatawu took it well. Let's have a look at this again. It was a lovely ball up and over. Oh, and it just jumps the replay. Fatawu there took it and absolutely took the shot, but it was a good save from Berkovic. Boo-hoo. Don't be naughty, but it is funny that. I can't say too much because I'm just jealous. If I could speak Spanish, I can. Hola is the extent of my Spanish knowledge. And gracias. Oh, I don't know if this is a Spanish saying or not, but gracias penis. Thanks, cock. What's it going for? Vardy's asking for a free kick. He's not getting it. So is it going to be a goal kick to QPR? Yes, it is. Ah, my sound's back. Thank God for that. Starting to drive me mad. I couldn't do languages at school, but do you not think us British are very, very I mean, we expect everybody to speak. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Minor. Jeff, sorry, you got me at it now. I think it's time to open the old cider. Is there a sound in the world better than that? So Cody with the ball. Leicester obviously now kicking from right to left. QPR obviously kicking left to right. Leicester in the third strip of the new light orange top. There's probably a fancy word for it, but we'll call it orange. White shorts and orange socks. Leicester now. Are we going to see some changes coming up at the 60th minute mark? QPR obviously in their home strip of blue and white hoops, white shorts, white socks. Oh, that was a good effort to get the ball in there, but Cassidy couldn't quite get on the end of it. It was a bit overhit by Mavididi, if we're honest with you. Swansea have gone up to 13th in the table, which has pushed Bristol, Birmingham, Watford, Norwich, Millwall and Plymouth all down as things stand. I mean, look at Ipswich. Would they have expected to go to Plymouth, who were in 19th place, and go a goal behind? No, but they did. There's going to be a booking. Cassidy, no, he's not. He went down holding his head and his face. Oh. James Justin, not Cassidy, but I think it was more of a Oscar performance for going down than it was. Tell you what, if a prostitute went down on you that easily, you wouldn't have to spend too much money. To put it bluntly. Cardiff are 1-0 up against Bristol City. And what actually is a bit of a derby game there. Ipswich, though, are still drawing with Plymouth. Middlesbrough 2-0 down to Stoke. Sunderland are 2-1 up against Norwich. Turned it round. There's a free kick. Arm up. Oh, it's headed clear by Justin. Oh, QPR are giving it away, though. Can Leicester break away here? Fatawu. Oh, that was a pull down. That's got to be a booking. Oh, and now they're kicking off at each other. Oh, now he's pushed him down. Surely this is going to see. Well, he's got his yellow card in his hand. Chowdhury's in there. Mavadidi's in there. Vardy, I think he's trying to be pacemaker. Referee's just letting them put the handbags away. It's right in front of the linesman. He's put his yellow card away. Then there could be a red one coming here. Who's this coming for? No, he's got a red card out. Who's that going for? Who's going to be sent off here? Oh, red cards away, yellow cards out. Everybody's asking everybody. Berkovic is in there. I think he's the captain, though. Yellow to Dozzle. Is it going to be red for Fatawa? Yes. No, yellow card. It seems sense. He's now gone over to talk to his linesman. Now he's getting the red card out. The referee. Dozzle is off. Oh, he had his hand round his neck. Does the referee not know what he's doing there? Wow, interesting. What a time to enter. XLRB, it was the Zell of QPR. But I don't think the referee had any idea what was going on there. Boris has been put on a timeout for being a pain in the arse. So, Leicester City, free kick now. We're a man up. Goes all the way over. Vestergaard tries to keep it in, but he can't. Boris, you are a dickhead and you have been put in a timeout. No, you were quite right there, Scott. Thanks for pointing it out. I've had enough of Boris today. He's gone. He's an utter pain in the arse. Yeah, that's what they are saying, I think, Curtin. Yeah. Look, this is an English channel with an English chat. You can put subtitles on. I don't know how that works on YouTube to listen to your own one. But, you know, you don't come in here as Boris was doing, showing off. Basically, Boris was being a dick. And I've had it up to here with Boris. I had it up to here with him. He was lucky not to get the red for the foul, to be honest with you. Because you could argue whether it was, well, maybe it wasn't the last defender. Yeah, well, if he says boring again, he knows what I'd already been warned about boring. Boris is just, like I say, the proverbial. Anybody is welcome from any part of the world. Anybody's welcome, whatever team they support. Like we say, you keep it respectful and you don't act like a tosser. And Boris is the biggest tosser that we've got in this group at the moment. So QPR coming away. I shouldn't have to worry about Boris. I should be concentrating on the game. So 62 minutes gone. No changes for Leicester yet. Can't see any substitutes likely to be coming on. Hermanson comes out and collects the ball. There was a ball over the top. Just underarm throws it out to Vestergaard. Winks. Cassidy. Winks again. Dewsbury Hall again, but this time back to Winks. Justin, back to Winks. Remember, Winks and Dewsbury Hall are both in on yellow cards onto the maximum. So if either of them pick up a booking in this match, then they miss the Leeds game. Cody now on the far side from Vestergaard. Chowdhury back to Cody, back to Chowdhury, back to Cody. It comes across to Vestergaard just to give it a bit of a change. Dewsbury Hall. Thank you, Scott. Thank you. There. We know what happens when opposition fans do that, don't we? I know QPR made 3 substitutions, but they are going to get tired because they can't, at the moment, can't get the ball. Justin, out to Fatawu. William, you're welcome, mate. Fatawu. Again, it's overhit from Fatawu, and he goes out for a QPR throw-in. Thank you very much, William. That is very kind words. So just reading it now. Yeah, but I mean, let's be honest, it's 65 minutes gone, William, and you're still holding us 1-1. A lot of teams would take that. It's a bit interesting if Rotherham beat Sheffield Wednesday tomorrow. Free kick to Leicester. I like QPR. Don't mind a bit of QPR. As a booking now for the QPR player. Squirrel, good evening from Doha. How the devil are you, sir? Callum 18, hello. Oh, Fatawu had the chance there. From Peru. Hello, sir. We're having a worldwide party today. Welcome along, sir. Nip to one of your neighbours and say hello to my son. He's in Paraguay at the moment. Yes, indeed, Scott. Agree with you. We are getting... Who's from Senegal? Did I miss a Senegal? I don't like to miss people if they've come in from a long way. I may have, if you're from Senegal, I apologise. I've missed you. I've always looked. You know what I like about Peru is the Peru strip, the white with the. You know, like we got the stripe going across our second, the white top with the red stripe going across. I love that from Peru. Bulgaria. Joycroft, was it? Have I probably pronounced that wrong? I murdered his neighbour. Oh, what the hell was that? Dewsbury Hall played the ball through to absolutely nobody. See what he was trying to do, but it was not the right ball, unfortunately. Stoichkov, was it? Something like that. I mean, I know Michael Beeld, he shot on you from a great height, didn't he? And I believe you, I was speaking to a QPR fan yesterday on the preview show, and he was saying that you were very upset when he lost his job at Glasgow Rangers. Not. So Cody Fatawu now. Fatawu. Oh, it's a corner. Yeah, I don't think it was a penalty, in fairness. Tower's actually playing better this half. He's looking dangerous. Dewsbury Hall says, no, it's my corner. I'm coming across to take it. 171 of you in. Let's get those likes up, please. Ipswich have now taken the lead against Plymouth. Ipswich 2, Plymouth 1. So in come the corner. Oh, it doesn't fall well, though. But Leicester haven't got it away. Only as far as Harry Winks. Sorry, QPR have only got it as far away as Harry Winks. Oh, now it comes up. We stop the QPR breakaway, but it is a throw in to QPR down near the corner flag. Please smash those likes if you are new. Subscribe to chat. 172 of you in now. 70 likes, 71. Can we get it up to 100? We managed on the last watch along. We got it to 100. I know I'm being greedy, but come on. Let's see if we can get to 100 likes again for the second game in a row. 72 now. Watching it go up as we speak. I'm liking this. Got 20 minutes, 21 minutes left. You are back, Boris, but as Scott says there, I hear one more bit of you thinking basically, Boris, you're the biggest tosser in this group at the moment, and you're pissing me off. And I'm only going to be pissed off once. Next time, you go on about Vardy, you go on about boring, you think you're being clever by putting it in different languages, you will be banned from the group. I've had enough of you, Boris. I've had you up to here. So shut the fuck up. Add something to the conversations that's sensible, or fuck off and go somewhere else. I don't know about everybody else in the chat, but I've had enough of you. 80 likes now. Thanks very much, guys. Come on. Right. So it's a goal kick now. We are in for the last 20 minutes. Elizabeth, welcome along from the States. How are you? We do have a little enclave of fans in the States. You are welcome along to join us. Fortunately, Boris, I don't love you, mate. You're just a pain in the arse. So Justin now for Leicester, just into the half, but it's played back to Vestergaard in the centre circle. On to Connor Cody now. 71 minutes gone. So the only one that's looking at possible getting the correct score is 3-1, which Kate went for. Scott, I'm afraid you're 9-1, looking a little bit trouble at the moment. So let's QPR on the break on the far side. We have to be careful. No free kick. It's Leicester have it back. Can Cody bring it forward? Mavadidi back to Justin. Chowdhury has gone off. I did miss that. I do apologise, guys. I was having to look at the chat too much, but Chowdhury's gone off. Ricardo has come on. Mavadidi now. Oh, he goes round the outs. He goes too far, and it's out for a goal kick. It looks like we could be on for the first draw here. We have to be careful we don't throw it away. 82 likes. We're getting nearer to that 100. It's a goal kick here. Sorry, LCFC. Dewsbury Hall, though, he had the ball trying to get it through to Vardy. Oh, they're giving it away, though, now. Back to Leicester. Winks to Cassidy. Oh, no, he's taken out. Is that a free kick? Yes, it is. A good position. Do what you want, Boris. See what I'm going to do, Boris. I'm going to ban you. There you go, Boris. You're banned, so you can take everything away. Haha. Dad's taxi, eh, Scott? Drive carefully. Leicester coming forward. Let me ask you this question. Is anybody going to miss Boris? Tower on the far side now. It wasn't a good ball, but it's Mavadidi. Back to Cassidy. It was an incoming swinger from Justin. Cassidy running up down the far side, gets his head on it, but you've got to feel like a second goal of the season is coming for Cassidy. He's having the chances, but unfortunately that one was just over. Thank you, Scott. Julius, no, I don't think many person will. So, goalkeeper's down at the moment for QPR.
Hello, Matt Elliott here.
Hi, Alan Smith here.
Hey guys, Ian Hume here.
Hi everybody, Jerry Taggart here.
Be sure to watch
Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV
for all the latest Leicester City news and information.
You can also subscribe on YouTube and various social media channels
for the latest updates and news on Leicester City Football Club.
Come on, you foxes!
So, Cotti has said about Iheanacho coming on with Vardy and having two up against their back three. That would be interesting. But 76 minutes gone. We haven't we haven't got long left, to be honest with you. Ooh. Bit too far. Lovely crossover into the box. Bit too hard for Vardy. I think he's gone out. Yes, he has for a Leicester throw in. I'm surprised we haven't seen more changes for Leicester. In Enzo we trust. $85. Can we get 15 likes in the last 13 minutes? That's the question. Oh, no. Now QPR breaking away. This is what we've got to be careful of, that we don't go all out for the win and leave space open at the back. It's a QPR throw-in on the far side. 88. Scott, I know what you're saying. Now Iheanacho is coming on. Iheanacho for Cassidy. Mavadidi now inside. Oh yes! 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 Harry Winks opens the scoring for his account at Leicester City. What a goal! Wow! Pick that one out. Top bins. Wow! That came from absolutely. That was a screamer. That was a screamer. Mavadidi crosses it in. Winks takes it. Oh, he just looks up. Oh, what a goal. What a goal from Winks. Spins it round into the top of the net. Oh, get in there, Harry Winks. Wow, that could be. Oh, defending here from Leicester as QPR come. Scott, you will know whether that Papa Keys, did he break the anybody all right. Fortunately, we can't kick viewers on Twitch, so I've just ended the Twitch stream. Scott will know who they are. Iheanacho. Patawu was just went offside there. So Albrighton. So Albrighton is on for Vardy. Yeah, I agree with you. Is it Fungus? Avadidi now on this side. Wink's been told to shoot every time now. Dewsbury Hall. So QPR still going for it. I've got to say, fair play to them. Okay, I think I got everybody there that was I do a lot of the spoilers were coming from Twitch, and I've unloaded the Twitch, so we won't be going live on Twitch again. If they had the little purple thing next instead of the red YouTube, they were Twitch viewers. So, we're just going to see the game out now. 5 minutes to go, plus any stoppage time. Of which there usually is going to be some, let's be honest with you. So, it's coming down now. The defending QPR. They're breaking away down the near side. Just moving into Leicester. It was a lovely ball across. It would have been a better ball if there'd been a QPR player on at the end of it. QPR, it hasn't. I've got to say, fair play to QPR. They haven't come. They haven't sat down, and let us walk all over them. They've put up a fight. So, I think at the moment, I've got to be totally honest with you, I would take 2-1. I would take 2-1. Oh, McAtee now. Oh, it's a good cross. Good run and a good cross. QPR got the free kick now. And here we come, straight back up, straight back up. I've got to say, if I was QPR, and I know that they don't want the manager there, but they've really played for him today. James Justin with the interception there. Leicester now. We're into the last couple of minutes. Let's not do anything silly, Leicester. Leicester just playing the ball around now, just taking their time now. They don't need to do anything silly. Casey McAteer on the far side now. It was a brilliant goal, we're just saying. We're not. Yeah, we're playing it around, just taking it easy at the moment. Seven minutes. Wow. So there was a couple of injuries. They can just keep the ball here, Leicester, for 7 minutes. Yeah, I agree. We've got time to get another one now. Pierre, got a good challenge in, and he couldn't hold it up. Pierre gets a booking for that. Wow. Okay, maybe slightly deserved. Oh, it comes in with a free kick, but Leicester get away. But now Leicester got the break on. Oh, Brighton. They've slowed him down. Still got the ball going across. Oh, lovely take. Lovely. I can't get my words out. Lovely taken. Took it down very well. Let's just say that. Oh, but the breakaway's gone now. Nabadibi out on the left-hand side now. Cuts inside in the box. Back to Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall tries to cross it in, but it's blocked. Right, yes, you could be right. You could be. We're waiting to see Eunice score. You got a screamer for Turkey. 98 likes. Come on, guys. We are 2 off. We are 2 off. So Dewsbury Hall's got it. Turns back to Justin. He's got it in the corner. Oh, he's going to be out for... Oh, the throw's gone to QPR. 102 likes. Thank you very much, everybody. We've done it for 2 weeks running. 100 likes. Thank you so very, very much. So, just take it. It goes all the way back to Hermanson. Let's just do that. We'll keep it easy. Thank you very, very much. Leicester got out to Connor Cody. Did go across the Leicester box, but no chance of a QPR player getting to it, I don't think. Mavididi now receives the ball on the wing. What's he going to do with it? Dewsbury Hall takes it off him. Thought he'd only take it into the corner. He doesn't. Still going for your 9-1, Scott. Oh, Iheanacho chested it down well for Dewsbury Hall. Plays it through. Mavididi can get to this. Pulls it back. Oh, doesn't quite fall rightly. Iheanacho still got it though. What can he do with it? Plays it back. Oh, what a good save. Berkovic there showing his experience. It was Ricardo's effort as well. Not seen Ricardo go for a goal for a while, but it's a corner on the near side for Leicester. We're into the last minute. No, that one's going to just stay in the corner. Oh, Iheanacho. Oh, lovely bit of skill there from the big man. We are down now and about a minute and a half left. Oh. Vestergaard was fouled there. It would have been a corner, but it was a foul. Clearly was a foul. Jeff, come on, mate. Have a bit of fun, God's sake. I actually went 9-0 before the preview game. It's a bit of fun. I couldn't get my words out, Scott. Can QPR? They're showing a little bit of fight here in the last minute. It's in the far corner, though. QPR and the fans shouting for a corner, but it didn't go out. Now Leicester can break. Oh, Iheanacho now. What was it? Oh, it was a lovely ball through. Did Iheanacho use a little bit too much force? There it is, full time. Ipswich 3, Plymouth 2 out of interest. Full time. Wow. Well, that game came to life. That escalated quickly, as they say. Here we go.
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watch Along show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
It's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming. Football's coming home, It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home.
Yes, it is coming home.
The Premier League? That's so last season. It's all about the Championship here on LTID TV.
Now that's what I call football.
You hit the right spot.
How nice is it to be winning again? Oh, unbelievable, Jeff. Okay, let me just sort this out. Okay, guys, I think we all just need to calm things down a little bit. I do feel we are having a dig at people that don't need it. Everybody just needs to take a chill pill. There's only one person that needs to get wound up here, and that is yours truly. And then I will deal with people as I see fit. The mods are there to do, and the mods will always get my back in. So if you take an argument out with the mod, you take an argument out with me. The Leicester fans are over there celebrating with the Leicester City players. As one, subs included, have gone over to the away end. That was a hard-fought win, but we've got it. We've got the win. That's all that is need. I mean, doesn't matter whether it was 9-1, 2-1. I went 6-0. So you can have a go at me. I don't know. Maybe we can't do anything right. Maybe we're getting bored with winning. Who knows? Who knows? Right, let me just get this up, and then I can show you the final score. We'll just wait for Brad to come in as well, and we'll do all the post-match analysis. What a match. There's a lot. Well, the first half, if we didn't have much to talk about, the second half certainly did. Where did you talk about a game of two halves? That was certainly a game of two halves. Left it late, yeah. Left it late, mate. But look, it came in. It came in at the end. It was tough. Two tough games, and we've got another one coming up, possibly with Leeds. But who knows how it feels? How was it at your end, in the QPR end? Well, did they find you? Passing accuracy just up on the screen at the moment: 68 QPR, 92 Leicester City. We will, of course, go through all the stats. Well done, Leicester. Nice one. Thank you so very much. XP Dynamite, thank you very much as well. Thank you, Paul. You're welcome. Scott, thank you very much, and thank you for staying in here for the second half and modding. Really, really do appreciate it. As Princess used to sing years ago, say you're my number one. The Winks goal was amazing. That will be up there in goal of the season, I tell you. It's a long season. It is, Jeff. It is. Entertaining. That's the word. Any win is a good win. I don't know. Tell Boris that. He thinks they're all boring. Boris is probably sat there now, stewing in his own soup, going, well, we won, but you know what? I'd have sooner lost 3-2. Chris, thanks again. We'll be with you for the next game. Take care. You too as well, Scott. Paul, be interesting what Brad and Kate say it will be, especially Kate, because she was there. Another win, Jeff. Another win. Playing football the Enzo way. Take care, Matt. Take care, Matt. Take care, Jeff. You have seen the current table. It was a very quick prediction show because everybody was ill. I'd done 2 shows and I'd only just come back from having my COVID and flu jabs, which knocked me for 6. But there is the current table, Jeff. I think you are still holding on to. You're down to third now. You're down to third. Steve is coming up, and just to say, anybody that is taking part in the championship prediction who's in, the first score, like for Jeff there, the 96 is how many points he's got this season, and then the 0.17 is how many correct scores. As if people are equal on the number of points they've got, then it does go to the correct scores. But let's just bring that up. There we go. Craig, you are so welcome, mate. How are QPR? I know, in that, how are they? How are they in the bottom three? Sometimes that's what's needed to bring out the best in a team, though. And that is what soccer ball is all about. Yes, indeed it is. Right, let me just also bring up this page. In fact, I tell you what I'm going to do. Shall we bring the table up? Let us bring the full-time table. I will quickly go through the... here we go. That's the table. You've got to feel a little bit sorry for QPR today, but the results as they came in were, and here we go, Leeds United 4, Huddersfield Town 1. Northampton, what am I saying? Southampton, I feel like I'm writing a leaflet for the Tory government here. Southampton 3, Birmingham 1. Blackburn Rovers 0, Swansea City 1. Cardiff City 2, Bristol City 0. Hull City 1, Preston North End 0. Ipswich Town 3, Plymouth Argyle 2. Middlesbrough 0, Stoke City 2. QPR, Queen's Park Rangers 1, Leicester City 2, Sunderland 3, Norwich City 1, Watford 2, Millwall 2. So, if you give me 2 seconds, what I'm going to do while we're waiting for Brad to come in is he's going to just share a screen, and I can show you what the table looks like. If it lets me, and it's going to now. So here we go. And there is the top of the table. I'm telling you, fungus. It is fungus eater. I'm saying nothing. Don't know if you've got a girlfriend, but I bet she doesn't like you, mate. Thanks for the coverage. Mate, please, only English in the chat. Only English in the chat. This game against Leeds will be interesting. Yes, it will. It'll be very, very interesting. But we'll probably, knowing Leicester, we'll probably go out and win that 3-0 or something. Every time Leicester play 3 games in a week, they've won them. Form of champions. From Thailand, indeed, and you're welcome, mate. But please, only comments will be read out, or continuing with different languages is we'll see a timeout. You are very, very welcome into the chat, though. It is lovely to have you along. Obviously, the homeland of our owners. Lots of time, lots of respect for the people of Thailand. So there's let's have a look. Let's have a look in detail at the table. Here we go. All right, bringing it up here now. So Leicester City, all the greens. Top, played 14, 39 points. Wow. 2 points off perfection. Ipswich Town, second, played 13, 34. In third, 14 points behind us. 14 points. 3 wins and a draw behind us, Leeds United. Southampton, fourth with 24. Cardiff in fifth with 23. Hull in sixth with 23. And then Sunderland just outside the playoffs, 22 in seventh. Preston slipping down to 8th with 22. Looks like their early good start has gone as the wheels are coming off the wagon. And then as we go down to the bottom half, Sheffield Wednesday, they play tomorrow. They can't catch. Is that showing the bottom half? Yes, it is, isn't it? They can't catch QPR. They are probably, though, QPR, I would imagine, are hoping for a Sheffield Wednesday win or a draw, because Sheffield Wednesday play Rotherham tomorrow, and then QPR have got Rotherham next week. Huddersfield then in 21st, 14. There's a bit of a gap opening up between Huddersfield, 5 points between them and Rotherham. Coventry are in 20th, struggling at the wrong end of the table after their success last year. Plymouth Argyle 19th, Millwall 18th, Norwich down in 17th. So let me put the top of the table back up, because I can hear that there is a gentleman who's come in. And I have got the wrong page up. So let's bring him back in anyway, and say to Brad, if you can hear me. Are you there, Brad? Come in, Brad.
I am there. My phone's being a bit finicky with the camera option, but I am here, mate.
Just to let you know, a lot of things happened in that second half, including Boris getting banned.
Oh, well, I mean, Boris's mouth was about to get him in trouble at some point with some of the comments he said on previous shows, so that's probably the only other surprising thing that happened today, would be that. There's Boris getting banned.
To be honest with you, I got fed up with him saying, about Vardy, and he was just saying the same bullshit time after time. And then he came back in and he said exactly the same, but in Thai. Somebody translated it, and in Thai he'd written, Vardy will score in this boring team or something like that. And I just had enough of him. I called him a tosser and kicked him out.
Well, good on you, mate. It was a bit boring, wasn't it, when someone comes in?
Yeah, I do not mind other opinions. I mean, we have fans in from all over the world. We have fans in from all over the from other teams, etc. Everybody has an opinion, but he was just getting boring, and he's come very, very close a few times. And he turned around and he said, "Well, I'm going to take my like off the video." Then I mean, that's fine. I'm going to ban you.
Yeah. No great loss, my friend, as they would say.
No. I've just gone through the results there. Ipswich Sporting Waswick managed a 3-2 win. Somebody's just put in the comments, how the hell are QPR where they are in the league?
No, I can totally understand that on the basis of what we've just seen. The thing is, do you remember? Well, of course you do. You remember our Great Escape season?
Yes.
When we were playing the likes of Arsenal and like that in the running at the end, we were giving it hell and high water against Arsenal, because we knew in a weird sense. I know it's different because this is the early stage of the season. It's not really the end of the season for them, but they're already in a position where if certain results go against them, they could find themselves 8, 9, 10 points behind, and they're already chasing the pack, much like a certain Leeds United and Southampton, etc., at the top trying to chase us down. I think they should give that up and just concentrate on chasing Ipswich down. But yeah, they don't want to get in a position where all of a sudden that they're having neck surgery to extend the neck to look up at the table and get away. And when you come up against Leicester, given our form, given where we are in the league, given the magnitude, I swallowed a dictionary this morning, magnitude, but magnitude of how impressive Leicester are doing.
Paranoid myself, to be honest with you.
Oh, there we go. It was seismic, my moment there with the magnitude. But no, given Leicester where they are, the size of the squad, the quality, everything you take on board with Leicester, in a way they played this game like they've got nothing to fear. They've got nothing to lose, because what's the worst case scenario? Leicester beat them. Okay, well, Leicester beat everybody pretty much. Aside from Hull, I don't know how much longer we'll keep saying that with teams playing the way they are against us at the moment, but you've got to give credit to them again. We were a lot better in the second half, a lot more fast-paced tempo. Clearly something Enzo said got that going, as I just tried to get my camera working again there. It just doesn't seem to want to work when I do it. I don't know why. But, and it was good to see, Chris, that, we need this, because we don't want to get too complacent, do we? I mean, it looked lovely to have won today, 4-5-1, but it shows that how, any questions you have, any itches you've had about Leicester playing the way they do, how are they going to mastermind 3 points or at least a result out of it? Yes, people might say QPR, 10 men, that really helped, but they weren't going to change the way they were playing anyway. Let's face it. So I think eventually we would have scored ourselves anyway, but people will always say that because of the red card.
And everybody knows that it's not easier always to play against 10 men. And Tony Cottee made the point that in training, you play against 10 men, you play against 9 men, and quite often it is harder to score against them, to break them down. That's what I was trying to say. It's harder to break them down because they do go more defensive. I mean, let's talk about that fight. I mean, I've been saying about the referees this season that credit to them. Yes, there's been some where you've gone like, oh, he wasn't very good, but I think we agreed we'd sooner have it like this rather than the VAR. But did that ref not know what he was doing when it came to that fight? Or did he do it correct, then went over to check with his linesman and then issued the second yellow? Hey, there you go.
There you go. Ironically, I actually think the official did the right job because it's a bit handbags at dawn, really. Let's face it. I know Tony Cottee said maybe if that was in the Premier League VAR, I would have seen that as a straight red card. I'm still not so sure. I didn't get too many shouts at the replay. I was eating, so I was watching and eating, so I didn't see it more than once. But the referee, in any situation, what do you normally get when it's a bit handbags are out and ready? It's yellow card you, yellow card you. I think all he wanted to make sure is, because what the referee can do is he can revoke a yellow card and then change it to a straight red in that moment. So if he felt the need that the linesman said, no, actually the challenge is the red card, I think he went over to say, has he definitely pushed him, or is it kind of he's gone to push him and he's made the most of it before I send him off? Because I don't want to send him off if the Leicester players acted up to con us into it. And credit to the referee. I mean, yes, the Leicester commentators were the same bit like what you said, going, oh, does he know what he's doing? I think he handled the situation right because he could have come back and he could have gone, right, you're still getting a yellow for retaliating Fatawu. However, I've spoke to my official and we've come to an agreement that the original foul did warrant a red card, so I'm rescinding the yellow. I'm straight red carding you. As it is, he's gone, here's a yellow card for the foul, and for your actions afterwards, you get a second yellow, so you are off. I think he handled it spot on.
No, that is a very good point. Because let's be honest with you, I was disappointed in the Leicester players' reaction because we could have got, you don't know who's in there that's going to get a yellow card that we don't want to get a yellow card. A couple of players, Winks and Dewsbury Hall. And, the referee just sees something that he's not sure about, can always end up with a red card as well. But he let it go on. He let it fizzle out, if you like. Captains did what the captains had to do. And like you say, I mean, could it have been a straight red? I mean, technically he was the last defender if you're going to go up to the line. But when you're looking at the fact that the ball would have to be crossed, and he wasn't the last defender. So I think, yes, it was a booking. Some refs might have seen it as the red, I guess. But like you said, then it was definitely a second yellow because they pushed each other. Did Fatawu go down too easily? That's going to be the question, I guess, isn't it? But
yeah, I think it's more. I think it's less. Did he go down too easy? More, did he actually make contact? Because you do see players preempt the arm shove and go down, whereas he's obviously thought, I just want to make sure he has pushed him. Because if he's pushed him, whether he's acted theatrically or not, it's besides the point. I mean, we all remember, was it Nasri who got sent off for pushing Vardy? Yeah. And all right, Jamie Vardy stayed on his feet, but you could have gone more theatrics, and that's what set Nasri off, if we all remember that. Yeah. But Nasri rightly got sent off because he retaliated. Whether you think it's soft or not, it's the rules of the game. So yeah, I think that's all he wanted to confirm, and that's where the second yellow card and then the red came on. I think he got it spot on, the ref. People might disagree with me, and that's fine, but me personally, he got it right. 2 yellows.
I think you got it spot on there, mate. And how often do we say, because it was, I know, make a note of the time, how often do we say, check with your linesman, check with your linesman. I mean, all right, I suppose in the Premier League they've got VAR to do that for them, but the fact of the matter was it was directly in front of the linesman. And very often we say the linesmen are, well, what they're there for, the flag wavers. That's all, stick a flag up, and quite often they wait for the referee to tell them which way the throw-in is before they put the flag up. But, he spoke to him, he told him, and I think they handled it very, very well. Of course, 1-1 at half-time. 67 minutes, I did say, are we missing Ricardo? Chowdhury taken off, Ricardo came on. And I've got to be honest with you, I did think we looked a little bit better then.
Yeah, I think we did. And again, this is no discredit to Chowdhury. I said before the kickoff, I think he sensed that they might try and exploit down that side in the first half if they're going to come at us. And he had a good game, Chowdhury. I think he had a bad game. But you sense that 1-1, that this game and the way QPR was setting up to play, seemingly for the whole 90 minutes it was pretty much, that we were going to need that little bit extra zest, and Ricardo brings that down that right because he's a lot more expressive than Chowdhury. I think he has a better acceleration than Chowdhury, so even if he goes high up the pitch and we get caught out, he can get back quicker than Chowdhury. So I think it was a great call. Look, there's not much this season I can even think of to question Enzo with his decision-making in regards to players and substitutions. I think he's got pretty much every single decision spot on. I can't say every decision because someone might remind me of one decision or two that he's got wrong. But, yeah, it was the injection of pace into the game that was needed at that point.
Yeah. LEP, welcome along. Ali Puso, is that? El Puso. Hi, guys. What a result. Could have been a problem. Looking good. Brad. Dave? Who's Dave? Chris? I mean, all right, you could have called me Kate, I guess, but come on, Dave.
Yeah, but you probably got bigger boobs.
Oh, right. Hang on a second.
Bye, guys.
That's being clipped and sent to Kate.
Kill me for that.
In fact, it's going to be clipped and sent to Kate's boyfriend, is the word I was looking for.
I'm going away then. I'm off to Australia, mate. I'll see you when you get there. I'm off.
Rice says here, can Ipswich just drop points? And he goes on to add Harry. Yeah, well, I was there. I've been called a lot. Oh,
is it Dave? Is it? That's what he meant?
That is Dave. Yes, I remember now. Yes, I remember Dave. You little devil, sir. And Ronald, thank you very much, sir. Welcome along. Have a check what's included in being a member. And you can also come on the show one day if you'd like. That is always open. Now, you were just... Yep, it is. It took me a while. Who else would call himself El Pusso?
Well, who else would call himself Harry without your assistance?
Yes. Well, you were just saying then, obviously, that you thought I had bigger boobs than Kate, didn't you?
Oh, God, she's here, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
I said nothing, Your Honour. He paid me to say it.
Kate, go back.
I think that's even worse. You took money.
Kate, just when you get home, go back. There's 3 hours and 4 minutes.
I'm on it.
Hear what Brad said about you. Save me clipping it. It was
Bloody hell. I mean, I thought we're all about equality these days. You can at least say that they're the same size.
Exactly. Well, that was a game of two halves, wasn't it? But we take it.
Crikey, wasn't it just?
Yeah, is that
absolutely take it.
Road in the background?
Say it again, sorry.
That Loftus Road in the background.
The glamour. The glamour, guys.
Yeah.
I thought I was going into a 1964 warehouse initially. I've not been here before.
But yeah, I mean, second half, wow, we needed it, didn't we?
Absolutely. I mean, I think the sending off just spiced things up a bit and woke us up a little bit into, we've got a game on here, because there was a lot of time wasting before the second goal as well, and I think it just woke us up into, oh goodness, we've got a game on here, we need to flip and try again like we did in the week. Like, they were at us, they were quite aggressive, the crowd was, I thought they would be quite close to the pitch, and they really were. So it's quite a cauldron at times when things got a bit tasty. So it makes it harder, doesn't it? It makes it a hard match when the crowd were really on it as well. So, but yeah, what a finish by Winks.
Oh, goal of the season, wasn't it? Oh, it sort of goes
Unbelievable.
there.
Yeah, brilliant. And they went absolutely bananas. You know, sometimes when they score, there's kind of everyone's pleased that we've scored, but every single player on the pitch went absolutely nuts when that went in. So it meant a lot. And they all came over at the end. Like, normally they come over, politely clappers, get to kind of the penalty spot closest, and then they'll walk off. But today they came right up to us, giving the shirts out, taking the shirts off the backs. It meant a lot, that did. They were all absolutely buzzing at the end of that game.
A hard-fought game. I'm not going to say that you've Brad's told you that you've got small boobs, and Dark Reality says, when he says you're a witch. No, Scott says you're a witch here.
Well, the compliments keep rolling in today, don't they?
They do. I am Dave. No, I'm Dave. No, I'm Dave. But I mean, fair play to QPR. I mean, we said the other day that Sunderland made us work for it. Bloody hell, QPR did. I mean, they were battling, but for the manager and for the fans, weren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I felt like they were all tackling like Hamza does. Really committed, intense, hard. There was no respite at all in that department, and they were up for it. And the crowd were their 12th man. Their crowd were really good today. They were very, very aggressive and in our faces. And every time there was a throw in, they were on our backs. Like it was quite a hot atmosphere, particularly after the sending off.
Yes, yeah. Iheanacho, I thought, made a difference when he came on.
Yeah, God, I mean, the difference of having two strikers on, because Vardy kept taking sort of 2 or 3 defenders with him, which just left Nacho in plenty of space. He could have actually been a bit more attacking minded rather than passing. He's quite selfless like that sometimes, but he could have really ran through the middle on a couple of occasions because things just parted because Vardy took a few defenders with him. But it did make the difference and opened the play up around that fringe area of the penalty box, really.
Yeah, no, indeed, you're quite right. I'm just relieved to get through that game. It's Leeds coming up next. We all said, didn't we? This was just so Leicester to have the thing. But at the end of the day, I mean, Boris was just going on about it being boring. He's been kicked out the group. He's not in the chat anymore. I've had enough of him. But look, you take the 3 points. Whether we'd won 9-1, my prediction of 6-0, you were on for your 3-1. You got closest.
I know. I was nearly there.
Cassidy, I mean, how close was he to scoring again?
Yeah, really close. Yeah, he did well. I felt like he needed to just be a bit more physical. I thought he did really well on Tuesday night, and I don't think he probably just showed his naivety a little bit because he's not going to have known what this kind of team are like. He's probably been told, but won't believe it until you see it. So I think he's a big lad. He's not small at all. He just needs to be a bit more physical, which will come with his experience and maturity, I think.
Yes, no, you're right. Go on then. Let's have a look. Who's your man of the match?
Oh, it's got to be no other than Mr. Winks today.
You're going for Mr. Winks. I think he's won it more often than anybody else, to be honest with you. I don't always say for the goalkeeper, the goal scorer just because he scored a goal. But I don't think you can say that about Winks. I just think, again, he controlled the game. He was a part of everything. He was all over the pitch and he was running and he was wanting the ball.
Yeah, and we actually said as the game started, had he scored a goal for us yet? We had that conversation, and I'm not sure if he'd scored a championship goal for us yet. I couldn't remember. And then he put him in the net anyway.
Yeah, that was his first. Vestergaard got his first, if you like. But
yeah,
nice the Winks. Now, this is going to be interesting. And then, Scott, McAteer did come on at the end. And then I'll let you go. Your rating for the team? Because it was a hard game.
It was a hard game. I'll probably go with 7.5 today.
Oh, we don't do halves.
Oh, okay, then I'll go for 7.
There's always one, isn't there, Brad?
She has to be awkward, our Gorinda, doesn't she?
So I'm not going. I love you, Kate. I'm not going anywhere near you with that.
I've got a shovel, Kate. I've started digging the grave for you to put me in afterwards after the lovely words I've been saying.
If your boyfriend watches this, Brad, he's in Leicester at the moment, guys. He's in Leicester. You can find him. For a slight little brown envelope with a bung in it, I could tell you a bit more information than that. Before anybody puts the wrong thing to me in letterbox, I did say bung, not dung. Oh dear. Kate, have a safe journey back up to the club.
The Shire.
To the Shire. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you so very much.
No worries.
See you Monday night. It just keeps getting better and better and better, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. The Winks or KDH didn't get booked, did they? So they're on for Friday.
So they are on all right for Friday.
Yeah, just wanted to check that. Yeah.
Like I say, safe journey home, Kate.
Yeah, see you later, guys.
And thanks very much. And hope you find your sausages this weekend.
Me too. It's getting boring now.
Oh, no, it's not. If it was boring, I wouldn't be able to do this again.
Where you're going, your father will never find you.
It's a bit of mustard. It's a bit of mustard that does it.
It's the voice. It's so Christmas. They'll never find you. What are they doing looking there? Anyway, on that note, have a good one, Kate. I'll see
Andrew,
you
see you later. Bye.
Bye. Oh, Brad, thanks for being patient again. Winks was Kate's man of the match.
It's a tough one to call because, excuse me, in a different way, QPR were very, very resilient and stubborn and a good opposition for Leicester. In a different way to Sunderland because, okay, 10 men, maybe their league position and their mentality, meant they were a lot more defensive than QPR. But they put up a terrific fight. They frustrated us throughout the game. I think they ran out of steam naturally in that last 10 minutes. It made it a bit easier because you know, hindsight's a wonderful thing. You know, if they'd have kept 11 men on the pitch, I think it'd have been a tough end to the game, especially with 7 minutes added on.
For your hard work today, appreciate it, mate.
Yeah, well done, Scott. It's a difficult one to call because there wasn't really any standout performance. Although I know I call him Mr. Reliable, and he's always a fantastic, solid 7 out of 10 performer every week for us. I want to be a little bit different because I think the man I'm giving it to, I think really ignited Leicester starting to cause chaos, and not just because he was involved in an incident that isn't always pleasant in football to see. I'm going to give it to Fatawo. I think his ability to cut inside, confuse defenders. I mean, he had them at 6s and 7s at times in that 20 minutes burst of spell that he had in the second half. Mavididi was quiet on the other wing. I barely heard him do anything of note. And when that happens, you need the other side to step up. And I think credit to him, even though he couldn't get much going in the first half, the second half he was absolutely phenomenal. And look, his frustrating feet is what caused the foul and inevitably the red card in the end. You could say, well, is it in the spirit of the game for him to retaliate back? But you're full-grown adults, you should know how to act on the football pitch. So that aside, I thought he was brilliant, and he really, really didn't even let the crowd affect him, because normally, you know, the crowd get on your back, they start booing you every time you're touching the ball. You maybe try and do too much to show them up. He didn't. He concentrated on his job in hand. He stayed focused, and he was a real threat throughout his time on the pitch until McAteer came on. I thought he was brilliant today.
I've got to be honest with you. It's a fair point. I'm going to ask you your rating because I'm going to bring Alan's up in a minute.
Oh, I'm not going to do this 7.562s that Kate was trying to do. I'm actually going to give them an 8 because QPR came with a game plan and it was a different style of game plan to other teams. We've seen a few different attempts to get results out of Leicester this season from oppositions, and yet again, they came up strong and they did what was needed of them. Yes, we conceded a goal, which was a bit unfortunate. And again, like I said at half-time, you could maybe argue our goal was a little bit fortunate with the deflection, so it kind of balanced itself out. But despite QPR's resilience, we never wavered. We kept our heads high. We kept going. Enzo was brilliant on the touchline as per. He was encouraging. He never let them lose faith. You never felt like Leicester had a look about them to go, oh, well, it's not going to be our day. Let's just give it up. We'll take the draw, forget it. We'll wait for Leeds on Friday and try and put things right. They kept going. And inevitably, in terms of chances created and the better football, Leicester got the win they just about deserved. And for that, that's why I give them an 8. Because when you have to roll your sleeves up and get a bit muddy and go in deep, Chris, you have to find a way to win. So I'll go one better than Kate, and I'll give her an 8. Give him an 8.
Dave, Mr. Pussy, I've sent you. I've just got to go off now and do a whole new intro video for Dave with that name. I've emailed you a link. I don't know if you've got that. If you want to come in, mate, you'd be more than welcome to join us, Dave. And from Ant's Leicester fan channel, welcome along, mate. If you don't follow him yet, do get over and give that channel a subscription. Great Leicester fan channel there. Harry Winks is the best midfielder to ever play the game. I won't be told otherwise. He's now Messi, Gascoigne. He's up there. Now, I've got to be honest with you, Brad. I don't like agreeing with women, but no, I joke. What I don't like doing is giving a player man of the match just because they've scored a goal. You know, we've often said that. How often has Vardy won a game 1-0 and he gets 9 and that everybody gives him top marks and he gets man of the match sort of thing. But I've got to say, I have to go with where I totally understand where you are coming from 100% with Fataru. And had Winks not scored a goal, I could have probably been swayed that way because he has got twinkle toes, hasn't he? He really has. I don't think the defence were brilliant today. I think they were lucky. And I think we were lucky that it was QPR we were playing. But I have to go for Winks because he controls the game. He's everywhere. He's the fucking Duracell bunny. You know what I mean? It's like, when is he going to get knackered? I mean, where does this guy? I mean, awful. He's like that guy, you know, in Rocky 3. No, Rocky 4 was it? The big Russian guy, Dolph Lundgren. You know, whatever you do, he's coming back at you. Boom, boom. And, you know, you look and you go, that can't be Winks. He was on the other side of the pitch and in the other half earlier. And no, it is Winks. And it's like, you know, it wasn't just, I mean, okay, you know I love Vestergaard. But look, you know, that was a bit of a lucky goal that he scored. There was no luck with that. He meant that everywhere. I don't know if you've seen it yet with you because I think you've been listening, haven't you?
Oh no, I did get to see it. What I meant earlier when I said I was listening, I was kind of eating, so I didn't look up at replays. But my God, my jaw hit the floor and he hit it. And Kate's right with the celebration. The celebration was as if he'd been doing that in training all week, and he's not hit one in the net. And he's saying, "I will. One of these days, I'm going to hit one from the edge of the box. It's going to go in the corner. You wait, and it's going to be the best goal ever." And boy, when he hit it, it was like. It was just projectile. There was no saving it. You know, we've said this a few times more last season about our goalkeeper situation. And we've said a few times you could put 2 goalkeepers and they wouldn't have saved it. Well, you could have had a team of goalkeepers and they wouldn't have saved it. It was a thunderbolting effort. And I'm going to use a very common cliche saying here. It was a goal worthy of winning any game of football because it was such a pure strike. And you got to love them celebrations because it was so wholesome to see them so together and to be so happy for him to score his first championship goal. Although Vestergaard may want to remind him for the rest of his career that he scored one first.
Well,
But,
I did
yeah.
earlier, yeah, so I'm not going to do that. And I've gone for a 7. QPR. I've got to say, I don't. There's a couple of QPR fans in earlier, and I don't know if they still are or not, but I doubt it, if I'm honest with you. But I've got to say, fair play to QPR. The performance they put out there. You would not in the games that we've played, and I'm going to compare that to the Preston game. Because when we played Preston, I think they were third in the table. They'd been top, and we played Preston, and we were then comparing that to the game we've just played against QPR. I think Preston were at home, but I'm going to take that out of the equation. You could tell me, is the table not upside down for those two teams on that 90-minute performance that we saw Preston against us, we saw QPR against us?
Yeah, you could, and okay, you might look at it and go, yeah, well, Preston were high flying, so they were a bit more open, a bit more free flowing, so that allowed for Leicester to play to their strengths. And QPR 23rd above, they play where they are and they play how they are because of that situation. We talked about Enzo's press conference, and it kind of likens true to QPR's performance, because I'm sure if you go and watch QPR when they played somebody that was in and around them at home, they probably played a different style of football. They probably played a bit more expansive. They probably fancied the chances a lot more than they would have today. No matter how the game turned out, before the game kicked off, they played opponents before us that they would have more than fancied their chances in doing so. And when, they were credit. They dug in deep. They put in a defensive work. And you're right, Chris. On one-off performances, you look at it and you would be sat there as an away supporter, as a Leicester fan, watching them play the way they did and how resolute they were against us. You would be raising an eyebrow, going, how are they 23rd? And then you maybe that's why you'd have to look at the other performances and go, that's why. But credit to them. You can't take that away from them. Like Sunderland, different style, different manner, but they gave us a hell of a game and really restricted as well.
Yes, no, they did indeed. Now we've got another guest in here. Some know him as Harry. Some know him as Dave. All we know is he is Belgian. And I just didn't quite get that ready. Otherwise, that would have been quite a good introduction to him. That was all so well planned, and I scrolled too far down. Here he is, Dave.
Hello, boys.
That looks like you, Dave.
Thanks, mate. How you doing, kids? All right. What a result, eh?
You're lucky after Monday night that didn't get changed.
Yeah, good point. What a result.
I take it you saw Kate's earlier.
I did. I thought she looked gorgeous tonight.
Yeah,
despite what you both said. Despite what you both said.
Did you see the sausage intro?
I did indeed. Yes.
There's nothing wrong with the sausage, and I know you do like them thick and juicy. And again, if anybody still wonders what the hell we're talking about, please, there is a clip show. I do some clip shows now, and it's 8 minutes of Dave and Kate just driving me around the bend.
Oh, really?
Is your middle name not Boris by any chance, Dave? Oh, that's okay. I can imagine you two being separated at birth.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
No.
I think you've missed Brad's intelligent arguments on a Monday.
Yeah. Actually, I've got to say, for once, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Were you able to watch the game, or did you listen to it?
Yeah. Nervous, wasn't it?
Yes. Very, very.
But you see, you know what? I actually thought maybe, just maybe, we'd struggle there because it's not an easy place. Kate, I said she hadn't been before. I've been there a few times, and it's uncomfortable for the spectators because, you're sort of down in the dip and you can't get your knees under the seats or anything. It's horrendous. And it is a tough ground. It's like the very old-fashioned grounds where everybody's on the pitch. And I do feel for them as much as they're not been doing so well. I think they were due a result because they haven't been playing that badly in the last few games. So I think we've done brilliant to get 3 points out of it.
They didn't.
Really have.
They didn't do, but they didn't. Well, I don't know if you caught me what I said earlier. Compare that to the Preston team that we played, and Preston were third in the division. Then you wouldn't say which one was in the third from top and which one was up second from bottom, would you?
No, you wouldn't. And don't you think it's also quite ironic or weird that Preston we beat and they've gone downhill. Norwich we won at their place, they've gone downhill. So these teams aren't all they were cracked up to be. But I think QPR, at their place, they're always going to be difficult. And Gareth Ainsworth's a decent bloke, and he must be tearing all his hair out.
Well, the fans,
they should have got something today, I reckon. But
the fans aren't particularly fans of Ainsworth, are they, Brad?
Well, no, I mean, I don't know if you guys ever really bother with anything like memes and that on Facebook, but the way he dresses and looks, it looks like someone who's, when you've got a match at 3 o'clock, better take that reunion at 5, because he dresses and looks like a member of I expected him to start just doing his post-match and start singing, "Have a little patience." It just looks like that.
It's really weird, Brad.
Another one of the take that guy you're on about. Not Robbie or Gary. Who's the other one?
The other one with long hair.
Yes.
I want to say Owen something. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Somebody Owen, isn't it? Yeah. But it's interesting because he was at the walk, the Jeff Stelling march from Wembley to Wickham. He didn't do all of it, but he was dressed totally different there, just like a normal person. So I reckon he does it for the telly, which is bizarre, isn't it? Why would you?
People putting on funny clothes to come on the camera.
I suppose you could wear Brad, you'd look good with a shirt undone for one of these, one of these nights.
I don't know why he wants to see me with a shirt on and undone.
We'll move on quickly from that.
Well, things were getting quite hot a bit earlier, weren't they? Boyfriends and sausages and all that.
Well, I tell you what, I lost my temper a couple of times today with a certain person who's no longer in the group. Are you able to pick a man of the match, your man of the match, Dave?
No, I don't think I could.
No, honestly. I don't know. I mean, if you've only sort of listened to it, I know it's a lot.
Yeah, but I don't think. I think there wasn't any, apart from the obvious goal. No real standout performance. I don't think it probably wasn't one of our better performances. But we won and we won.
Yes.
And that's if you want to win the league, you got to win like that. I mean, Liverpool always did. Arsenal did.
Bless him. Dave's tried to answer the question for you instead of dodging it this time, and he still couldn't give you an answer, Chris.
I don't fucking know. Sorry.
That's fine.
Swear jar. If this video gets restricted, swear jar.
I was just hoping that you'd talk a bit longer while I added Brad's points up for him so far.
Well, that shouldn't take long, should it?
Says Dave, who's not even in it.
Oh, sorry, mate. I keep meaning to, but then I think, well,
you're not that far behind. You could catch Brad.
I've only got about 60 points. You'd catch me up in 2 weeks.
Oh, no problem. All right, I'll do that.
You've got 2 points so far, Brad. I'm just going down here. You got a point for Ipswich, Cardiff 2.
Don't tell me. I'll have to figure out the maths myself anyway. And it'll hurt my brain.
Well, I've got 6 points and none correct. So there we go. But yeah, like Ronald said, the QPR manager should definitely do with a haircut. Okay, look, Alan, who went to the game, he sent me his man of the match. No surprise. I mean, he went for it last week. He does go for it most weeks, but I think it deserves it today, and that's Harry Winks. Like I say, Brad, I got to say I agree with you to a point with Fatawu, but I don't like saying man of the match just because you scored a goal, but it was a scorcher. Like you say, nobody was saving that, And I know you're part of the goalkeeping union, but nobody's saving that. So Harry Winks gets man of the match again. And he's given a performance rating of... oops, no, he's not, because I've just clicked on it wrongly. He's given a performance rating of 6.
Yeah.
Made to battle, though, Dave, weren't we? Made to battle.
Yeah, and I think we've showed so much character and different characters in each game. You know, we can play with flair if we have to. We can battle it out if we have to, and you know that goes back to the same old thing. You can't win a title playing classy football all the way. You've got to be boring at times, and all we care about is getting promoted. Really, because this isn't about playing classy football this year. It's about getting back where we belong. And he's doing the job. What more could you want, really? I mean, it's
you could not ask for more, could you?
No.
On that. A very, very important question I've got, and I want you to explain something to me here, Dave. El Pussio, come on.
It's El Pusso.
El Pusso, of course.
Because I was a goalkeeper, and when we went on tour overseas from the Cat, they called me the Cat. After Bonetti, of course, but before. So when we went played overseas in Europe, it was El Pusso instead of the Cat. It's kind of a Spanish.
You and Brad, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's kind of a Spanish translation.
I didn't want to say anything. There was many a joke I had lined up for it. They've answered it in such an elegant way. I feel bad if I say anything rude now, so I'll just stay out of this one, mate. You're not like me to do that, but I'll stay out.
Yeah, don't be catty here, Brad.
No, I'm getting quick before.
Oh, don't get me claws out.
No, not indeed.
He's just a
which
pussy,
team was
really.
that for, Dave?
Sorry, mate.
Which team was that for?
Ashted.
Who?
Sorry, Ashted.
Ashted.
Yeah.
When you said you were going to Europe, I thought you were going to say like Newcastle.
In your dreams, mate. I was too busy playing other sports like cricket.
Yeah, and then of course, say hello, Kathy.
No, she was too busy bringing up children at the time.
Ah, that's it.
Oh,
hang on, and you were away in Europe. Yeah, we'll move on.
Yes.
We'll move on from that.
Yes.
Leeds up next, Brad. They're sat in third. I mean, if we could beat Leeds, and there's no reason why we can't. I mean, everybody keeps saying, don't they, that the next games they have the hardest game, and we said that about QPR. But these tests are being put up in front of us, but we keep passing them.
Yeah, we do. And again, QPR give us a challenge, and Leeds will give us a different challenge. They'll be full of confidence. After the start of the season, they've really come good. They've started to be free flowing. They had that toxicity there, didn't they, at the start? They seem to have sorted that out by either getting rid of players and whatnot, and the manager's finally got his way going. I mean, it's great. It's amazing what happens when you don't bring in American imports into your job, or if you're Birmingham, you bring them from DC United and Hair Transplant FC. But yeah, they look good, and they're going to bring
drugs.
Well, yeah, there was that, but no, honestly, it's going to present a different challenge. But I just wonder if they'll fall foul here of other teams. They'll fall into that trap. They'll come at us all guns blazing, try and get at us. They'll press a high line to really come at us. You know what? You've said it before about other teams where we thought they'd be a hard opposition. We're going to beat them 3-0 like Preston. Who knows? Who knows? Because I watched them against Stoke, and they were pretty poor against Stoke when they pressed them. And if we're far better than Stoke, and that's not bragging, that's just facts. If we can press like Stoke did, you could be in for your kicking there. That might be where the kicking comes, and we don't see it coming in a weird way. It's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to Friday night.
Yes. It does mean that we'll have to sort of move the prediction show, but bloody Sky. Matthew, thank you so very, very much, mate. I really do appreciate that. It means a lot and helps run the channel. Especially when I'm having a huge, big argument with StreamYard at the moment. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. And thanks to everybody who clicked on the like button. 112 likes for this one. twice, 2 watch-alongs in a row. We've hit 100, we've over 100 likes. So really does mean a lot, and that really does help the channel out, getting us seen on other platforms that don't actually subscribe to us. Dave, I mean, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, what? 79% possession?
Oops.
Oh, hang on. Dave, can you hear me? Are you still there?
My laptop fell apart. Sorry about that.
Well, you had it too big. That was your trouble.
Well, no. Oh, yeah, God, I can do that, can't I? I forgot that. Hang on, let me just...
Is your Viagra not kicked in?
Ah, there we go.
You know, it's an education doing shows with Dave.
16 shots on her. Christ, that is amazing, isn't it?
But I mean, do you think we had that much possession?
I didn't know. No.
It's the shortest answer he's ever given.
Well, no, it wasn't obvious because they were coming at us a bit, weren't they?
Yeah.
Certainly after they scored, and even at the start of the second half. The second half was different, wasn't it? I mean, we sort of took it over and just
2 halves, wasn't it? Game of 2 halves. So.
But I mean, you think, well, there's some games, and QPR, they only lost 1-0 at Leeds, didn't they? Something like that. QPR, I mean, they were unlucky at Leeds, so they're not a bad side. They've just not done very well, which seems a bit weird. But
I mean, should we be worried, Brad? 16 shots, like Dave said, only 5 on target.
No, I don't think you'd be worried. I think I'd be more worried if QPR were very open and we were bursting through 1-on-1s or 2v1s and not finishing clear-cut chances. But realistically, Cassidy had a couple which I think if Cassidy is a player that once he gets a goal, his confidence will flow, because he had a few chances he should have done. He should have at least scored 1, especially in the first half, and he should have maybe done better with another. We didn't have too many clear-cut chances, and you look at our goals, both from the edge of the box, it tells you how resolute QPR were. And like I said, if it was an open-end game and we were missing 1v1s and stuff like that, I'd be more worried. Against an opposition like QPR, the way they played and the way they forced us to play in a way, I'm not too concerned. I mean, for a hater of stats, there's one thing I will retort and look at. Our passing accuracy shows our ability not to panic. It was at 92%, I think it ended on. So, we've got stats in the right area for a game like this, considering what we were up against.
Yeah. Boris has just said, by the way, on he's now going mad on my Twitter line. Boris says, Leicester Till I Die, the perfect channel for Leicester fans who prefer tedium to excitement.
Who is this Pillock?
Well, exactly.
I think he was at number 10 Downing Street for a while, because it sounds like
is he a Forest fan?
It must be the name.
He's a Forest fan. Got to be.
No, he's actually a Leicester fan, but
Right,
he's just a totally blocked now anyway.
I know what he is. He's Gorinda's wife.
His actual picture is bollocks to Brexit, which is like, if that's how long he's keeping that argument, he's obviously can't let things go, can he?
Let it go.
Well, I was about, yes, you beat me to that, because I don't know if I've got it here actually.
Great things think of mine. Think I like that too, because we were all thinking it, and you finally played it, Chris.
Oh, well, Boris has gone now, I'm glad to say.
Wouldn't even talk about him. Sounds all right in knobhead. So, ignore him.
I could say he's got his views and he's entitled to his views, but just change the record, and he wouldn't change it. And then he thought it was I told him if he said it again, as though he came on and said it in Thai instead.
That's bizarre, isn't
it? He's just a total...
No, it's just very childish, and the fact that he thought he'd do that and someone wouldn't translate and catch him out was just even shows how stupid he can be.
Exactly.
He needs help. He needs a bit of help. Get some help, Boris, me old mate.
He can't watch his band.
Okay, fair enough. No, I think that's those stats, and I know they are stats because you pass the ball around at the back and you get that percentage, don't you, like we did last year. But away to QPR and their ground, the atmosphere and the fact that they're desperate, I I think that's pretty impressive, to be honest. The corners, okay, they don't really mean a lot, but if you didn't get any corners, you think, oh, have we attacked?
Yeah. I think if there was a negative to our game today, we were awful from corners today.
Yeah.
I know I'm not talking defensively, thankfully, because we're only defended one, but we were crap. I mean, Fatawu Dewsbury got taken off him for Fatawu, and he wasn't much better at them, but that was like last year, weren't it, from corners, watching us take them?
Yes.
Yeah,
to keep everybody updated as well, that the live streams will not now be going out on Twitch because they don't understand what no spoilers means, apparently. So Twitch will not now be getting the live streams either, which is a shame, but there we go. Guys, thank you very, very much. I will let you go and have your evenings. Ant said it earlier.
What's the weather like down your ways?
It's peeing down.
Yeah, it's biblical up here. I tell you down there.
It is biblical. Talking of which, Brad and Jesus, how's the weather like up in Leicester?
Well, funny enough, it's been fine all day, but the rain has come. Like Leicester's passing percentage, it was 90% chance of rain, and it's waited till right now to do it. So
there you go.
Chris, can I say that Brad's probably the only person I know that goes to Leicester when they're playing away?
It's the only time he gets let in.
Hey, I was here for Sunderland at home. I just wasn't able to get the tickets and fundage to be able to get any. So I tried.
All right.
It's like Brad's coming. Let's all pretend we've got an away game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kate had a green screen with Loftus Road, wasn't it? It was like a King Power all along. You just all conspired against me.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it looked like Filbert Way where Kate was, so perhaps it was home.
Did she say yes when I said, is that Loftus Road behind her?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, or was it a car park behind her?
No, she did say it was that. She said it was like going into an old factory building in the 60s.
Yeah, I mean, the front of it, I recognise. Then you walk through there and you think you're going into some posh place, but you're not. It's just like there's a little shop counter on your right, like the cinema, the old cinemas you're going into. Very weird.
Neither of us know what you're talking about, Dave. Before our time.
You have cinemas in Leicester.
Here, Dave, this championship business is a piece of cake.
Yeah, I think so.
We know it's not going to last, but we are going to just enjoy it while it is. And somebody here said, Ronald said, losing Maddison to Spurs makes it a lot better than we got winks from them. Brad, I'll ask you both this, but I'll come to Brad. I'll come to you first, because that way I know I get some sensible answer. Is that
it's Kate coming on then?
Why did Leicester play in all white in the cup final? Yeah. Just the once, Brad. I mean, Spurs are top of the league. Spurs are playing well. Spurs haven't lost all season. Harry Kane left. Coincidence? I mean, as good as Maddison is, and I'm going to say this, I can't believe I would ever say this, because as you can see on my shirt there, I love the guy. Are we better without him?
In terms of quality as an individual, I don't think we are. I think we all know what Maddison is very capable of, and when he was able to be, whether it was for injuries or just falling out of Brendan or whatever, but he was one of the best midfielders in the Premier League, in my opinion, for a few seasons. Not the best, but he was definitely easily a top 5 contender. And, I think we could all sit here and argue that had Leicester stayed up by the skin of the teeth, we probably would have easily got 60 million for him off of Spurs. But in terms of where he was there and how he was going about his business at the end of his time at Leicester and what we've got at the club now, I think we are better off without him, because I think we said this a few times, didn't we, Chris? We love Maddison, but sometimes you felt that he was putting in a I'm doing this for me. I want to be the hero. I want to score the goal. I want to win us the game. I don't trust you and you to do it. And you don't get that with Winks. You don't get that with Dewsbury Hall. You're not getting that with Fatawu and Vardy and that. They're looking for a way for the team to win a game. And I think had we had the Maddison at the end of his time at Leicester here, he wouldn't be getting picked.
No. Matthew agrees with you. Couldn't have said it better, Brad. Bronzy, not seen you for ages. How the devil are you, sir? I'm Plumber. Well, I've been waiting for you to come back for ages, so you're the right name there. But nice to have you back, mate. Nice to have you back. Brad, Dave, Pussy, whatever. Well, same question to you.
Yeah. Well, I noticed he's playing in the central midfield now for Spurs, which he wasn't for Leicester, which helps. We said all season, you've got to play Maddison in the centre there.
Yeah.
I think he became a luxury, even in the Premier League, and he didn't really have the players around him that were performing. And I think in the Championship, I think we're better off with Winks. I think Winks is a more forceful player, a bit in the midfield, attacking defensive role, whereas Maddison was a bit of a drifter. And so I think as it's turned out, as much as I loved him as well, then I think, we're better off with Winks.
And financially as well, because we got 40 million for...
Not enough. We should ask him for another 30, I think.
Well, he went quickly. That was the thing.
Yeah.
Get our business done. When do England play it? Was it last night? I've got in my mind, or is it today?
Rugby.
It was last night. It was last night. England played at the King Power. I didn't see it at the end, but I know they were beating Belgium 1-0. I assume that's how it finished. I saw they were quite dominant and 1-0 up, but that was last night at the King Power. And unfortunately, in the WSL, because I'm going to segue into a little LTID TV2 plug, they're not back at the King Power for a while, but we will be back on the 5th of November. We are away at Liverpool. It won't be at Anfield. I don't think they play their games at Anfield, but we will be away at Liverpool. But we have beaten them in the League Cup. Well, it's a Continental Cup, the sponsor of it. Same with the Carabao Cup here, but it's a League Cup. So chance to punish Liverpool again does return to the WSL on the 5th of November.
You see, you're starting to understand my links here, aren't you?
I'm getting there. It's like the end. It's like the exit we have, Chris. I'm finally remembering to say the right lines. I'm rehearsing.
Dave, we need a Porky White's trophy, don't we?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Sausages.
Surrey's finest sausages.
Do you remember that dog on?
Oh yes. Yeah.
Sausages.
Stop again.
Yeah,
No.
YouTube it, Brad. YouTube it. You're too young. I think he actually is too young, unfortunately.
I think he
On that
is.
note,
Yeah.
gentlemen, look, whenever Leicester win, it's a pleasure.
Brilliant.
Even more so because Boris has gone, and I've banned both of his Twitter accounts because he tried to get me on another one as well.
Don't let him get to you, Chris.
Oh, he's not. The guy's
It's just a naughty boy.
he's not the Messiah. He's just a very naughty boy.
Yeah.
But look, Dave, I will see you on Monday night. Thank you.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Brad. Don't be a stranger.
Yeah, and you too, Dave. And you too. It's because I have to mute and unmute with me echo, so I could have said silent, just said he's a knob.
You've not echoed in this bit.
No.
Echo.
It must be Kate. I think it's Kate.
Yeah, we'll blame Kate. Even when she's not here, we'll blame her, Garinda.
Yeah.
He accused her of having small boobs earlier. I don't know.
Well, I said yours were bigger. I never said she had small ones. I don't pay that much attention. Thank you very much. Leg height only for me.
I mean, she was clearly getting wet. She'd been sitting in.
I'm not staying around for this part of the conversation. Dave's getting this 80.
And and you start insulting her as soon as she comes on, out of the gracious of her heart, to talk to you about, I don't know what.
And I owe you an apology, Dave.
Why?
Because on checking back and on doing the clip show,
Mm-hmm.
What was he called? Not Porky Whites. What's he called?
What, the
sausages?
Yeah, Porky Whites. Yeah, that's the name of the sausage. Yeah.
Porky White. They were sausages with Brussels sprouts flavour inside them.
I thought they must be. Yeah. God, I've got to get some of
Don't
them.
get too excited again, Kathy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll send you a pack.
Yeah, he's anybody's for a sprout, is David.
Oh, I certainly am. A sprout and one of those silly coconut bars. Not.
Oh, what a mixture.
Yeah.
Dave, have a good weekend, mate.
Yeah, cheers, pal.
All the best now. Take care.
You too. Take care. See you, Brad. Cheers, mate.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, mate.
Still here.
Oh, you are. I can't get rid of you. There he's gone. Now, Brad, before you go, we're playing next Friday.
Yes, we are. So, is that it? Is that all you wanted to say?
I mean, look, my hair goes back as well. Look. Oh God, where's it going? Prediction show.
Right. That could be an interesting one, couldn't it? I think. Well, obviously everybody involved in the prediction show. If you're still in here watching, and I'm going to put something in the predictions group chat, I'll obviously make sure that everybody gets their predictions to me before Friday. And worst case scenario, get the Leicester one in, because we'll do that. But for the show itself,
the rules I think were that you had to get all your predictions in before the first kickoff, whenever that.
Yeah. They're usually all very good to get it in, unless I get a message otherwise, which they do, to tell me that they'll get it late to me, but they'll give me the Friday one. So I understand people do have work, but yes, 90% of the time people have got them in on the Friday afternoon at worst to me. So yes, and actually, I need to have a quick word with you at the end about the league, because the preview show's on a Thursday, isn't it? You do that at 7.
Yeah. Now I'm presuming that Steve might still not be able to make. I do. We'll have a chat afterwards if we stay.
Yeah, let's have a chat afterwards, because the worst thing we could do is maybe roll it into one show, if that makes sense. Do the preview and then roll into one. We'll talk afterwards.
We'll talk back afterwards.
Yeah. Stay tuned, folks. We'll figure it out backstage.
There will be an announcement in the Prediction League group chat. And if Dave's still watching, and Luke from Down Under, who I didn't get a chance to play his intro, because I hope everything was all right with what's going on for you down there, Luke. I know it was hard for you to get in today. So all the best to yourself and your family with everything that's going on down there. Don't forget to get over there and subscribe to LTID TV2 for all your WSL and quiz action. And Brad, all I've got to say is, I'm going to get everything lined up first before I do this, because then I might actually be ready for it. Because I can say thank you to everybody that's been watching, and I won't say listening, because we never put this one out on the podcast. We'll be back Monday night with the debate show. Thank you to the mods that have been in. Thank you to all the members, and to Ronald, who's become a new member as well. And all I can say is, it's good night from me.
And it's good night from him.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network. TalkSport. Powered by fans.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.